Hi, boys in the chat. We're really sorry. Look at my. Let's not swear too much in the first few minutes. This broadcast was not deleted. StreamYard. I am live. We are live. I'm not in a pub in. How do you even say that? Massapequa. I know I told you what the name of the pub was first. It's because I'm a Google Earth stalker and I can find anyone within seconds. So
nice.
When Matt Napo was playing at a bar at the weekend, the Blue Oyster, I think, from Police Academy, I looked it up. And
the Blue Oyster.
God, StreamYard's now being a dick, and it's now claiming I've deleted this broadcast. Mr. Matt Napo or Ken Harris, can you see us?
What's the frequency, Kenneth?
Okay, so they were texting this whole time from 7 to 10 past. There we go. I can see him live. So there we go.
We've just basically. Yeah, but we sat there for the best part of the last fucking 12 minutes talking. And then we like, oh shit! Maybe we should press live.
We are live. Cheers, Matt. We had a podcast without starting the podcast, if you know what I mean. Normally we do it to get all the anti-Semitism out the way, but we were just chatting about Louis C.K. for 10 minutes, and we should have just pressed live.
Yeah,
we're the worst people in the world.
Yeah, we were talking hardcore racism, anti-Semitism, and we was talking how much of a genius CK is for doing what he did. Nothing to do with his comedy, just for him being him.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Ken. And Mr. Ken, it's almost like I'm giving you a respect at a Chinese restaurant, isn't it?
Mr. Ken Harris, who
Gee, I think he's had a drink. I think he's had his morning coffee. He's done his show. Now he's started on the bourbon because he's getting a bit.
Yeah.
Probably. By the way, I think we should bring this up now, Matt.
Do it,
Mr. Dog, sir. For whatever reason, we need to tell him to mute himself. For whatever reason, one of your very old videos popped up, and it was the Mind Dog documentary trailer part 2 or something. Yeah. It's one of the best. It's one of the best things I've ever seen.
It's really fucking good.
Go and check that out, Ken, as well. Mind Dog documentary trailer part 2, and there's a part 1 as well. It's phenomenal. It's 8 years ago, so you've seen an 8 year ago Mr. Dog, but
Mr. Dog.
It's one of the best things I've seen. So you should re-promote that and start doing stuff like that again. You should do more of that, please.
I think it was really fucking it was completely and utterly fucking spoof, but it was fucking good.
Did you forget it was on YouTube? Because it's one of those things you uploaded. I've just made a load of videos private from 2014 because there's stuff I put up there, and I'm like, do you know what? I'm going to start actually using my personal channel for comedy stuff, and I don't want videos of me getting in the bath and eating salad in the bath.
I do.
I know. Maybe I'll put it back out
with 100 cans.
That's it. Yeah. Expecting to die at 54. It was. I think at the end of the second one, you were running for president as a blowjob candidate.
That's right. Yeah.
So, I agree. Not that now. If Jay, we might have to mute you in a minute. If you were the president, you would get. We're gonna. Okay, he has muted himself.
I'll mute out now.
Yeah, good. Okay. I think you should make a documentary. I'll tell you what. If I come over there next year, we're gonna make part 3, but from a visitor's perspective. I want to document your life.
That'd be fucking great. We'll come down.
Listen, it's a family show. But BJ's for everyone is something good. And if a president does run on, by the way, if I was president, I'd be getting my dick sucked every day, every single day in the Oval Office, every day, not by some of those female Secret Service agents, because we've seen them. They're a bit tough, if you know what I mean.
Let me lock this fucking swine up a sec.
Just go and kill it. Right, let's have some peace and quiet for a minute. I think he could hear me because he didn't have headphones. So I'm not sure how entertaining this is going to be. This was another last-minute decision today because Louis C.K. released his new special, and I decided to buy everything that he has on his website as a show of support, and then hopefully he's got 5 million quid in his bank by the end of the weekend. So Hank, I'm sure Hank won't be hurt. I think probably. Yeah, why else would anyone want that job? Exactly. The only point of being president, and it won't go down well in the press, but the only point of being president is to abuse that power just a little bit, just a little bit.
I'd abuse it a lot, not a little bit, a lot.
What's wrong with getting like a sloppy handy round the back of the residence. That's all I'm saying. I would do that.
I
with
agree.
my
I
power.
just stumbled in on part of this conversation, but I think I got a good gist of what you're saying. But if you're the president of the United States of America, you've got a lot of fucking pressure on your shoulders, so you need to get some relief.
Yeah, bit of that, no problem. And then if they get a bit like this, you just send a CIA black team funded by drugs and arms sales.
Yeah.
To suicide by 2 shots in the back of the head. That's all. That's what I would.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. No, Matt, I haven't seen it either. What I did, because I brought them all, I rewatched the one he put out at the beginning of lockdown, which was nice to see again. And I was supposed to watch Sorry, the new one before this, but I was on a call with someone, and you know how it is with those with breasts, and it was just 2 hours instead of 1 hour, so I couldn't watch it. So
yeah,
I'll watch it tomorrow.
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow too, and I think you should have called it "Sorry" #not sorry. I think that would have been
I saw a couple of reviews, and that they one said something like, "Oh, it's okay trying to separate the art from the artist, but comedians can say they're only joking, but they are still writing it down and saying it out loud, so they must kind of mean it." Well, no, not really, because they're jokes. So
yeah,
that's okay. And what do you mean saying it out loud? What would be more preferable that you? And I want to be careful there, but what would be more preferable? Just telepathically transmitting the word "I'm gonna get you" into a female audience's head, and then they're just hearing that for the rest of the night. It's better just to say it once, isn't it? Out loud.
Just get it out loud and proud. Just fucking say it.
Loud and proud. Loud and proud. Saw 2 clips. He's concerned. The clip that they put out with the Goodwill Hunting thing probably wasn't the best clip, but I know that they did this stupid review that I half read. I didn't read anything about the bits, but he does get into some good child molestation stuff. So that's always good for me.
It's always a good family-friendly topic to get involved in. Start on molestation of kids, and then work your way down.
I'm just trying to be a bit more YouTube friendly, but only until we've had 10 whiskies.
Yeah. Stars you mean to go on, mate? Just
no, because YouTube are funny in the first 10 minutes these days, and obviously we got Mind Dog demonetized the other day, so apologies. Do you know what? I almost sent you a donation earlier, but one, I know YouTube take 30% of that. Secondly, I forgot. I actually clicked on the little smiley, saw an option for a super sticker or a super chat, and then I was actually working and I just got distracted. So next time I watch some kind of coffee show, I'll send you a little something to buy yourself some coffee with. I'm not rich, so it's not going to be much, but a few dollars, a few dollars here and there.
A few dollars, maybe just enough to cover the cost of a Starbucks or some shit, because it's called Coffee with a Dog. So what more do you want, Matt?
I know it means monetizable, but yeah, I know it's pretty this the back catalogue of this that no one watches at the moment, it is horrendous. It's horrendous, especially when we get to the 6th hour.
No, it's
and
not.
We've had lots of alcohol, and I'm not even brave enough to go back and listen to what we said in those letters, but I'm trying to change it from here, and I don't know if that'll ultimately mean turning some of those other videos off or paying someone to go through them, because
just leave them up, because people learn from their mistakes, Carl. And how are people going to learn from their mistakes unless they go back to your back catalogue?
It's about YouTube looking back at it, though. That's the problem. So I think one, this is getting renamed and rebranded at some point, and 2, it will be within a certain box of acceptability whilst pushing it a little bit. That would be what I would like to do. That would be what I would like to. But we'll see. Maybe I'll just kill myself on air. Maybe I'll just.
This is mildly concerning, because you mentioned this a couple of times about killing yourself live on air to get the ratings going.
Well, the Bud Dwyer, we did talk about this on Mind Dog. Just do this. This will probably just get the channel taken down. But just the Bud Dwyer pop, I like to call it. It's just that give us that pop.
Yeah.
That would honestly, it would be so successful, but it wouldn't get monetized anyway. But the views would go through the roof, and you might get some sort of weed sponsor or something, CBD sponsor. True. Or Manscaped, right? Some sort of ball clipper with a light. But but I would be dead though, and that would be I wouldn't be able to enjoy seeing things grow a little bit. Apart from the only thing that would grow would be my belly, that sort of starts to distend after the death gases percolating there.
Speaking of bellies, Salvation Army paedophile Father Christmas is just driving past the street again with his little minions with collection buckets.
Well, it's that sort of behaviour that does get channels dealt with as well. It's you're accusing someone of something you can't, I think also saying that a couple of people have penises might not have gone down well as well. Yeah. possibly Matt as well. But they've got pretty good text scanning and stuff now as well. So they get the automatic subtitles. They'll have your text file to scan through, and certain keywords they'll look for as well. But yeah, no, absolutely. Certainly on social media and stuff, you'll get some piece of shit, some little worm reporting, or they'll get 5 of their mates to report, and then it'll go to a human. Yeah, and it's not good. But I've seen people have stuff taken down for no reason, and I've seen people have stuff stay up, and you just don't know how they're keeping it up.
Nice. Okay, so just a quick question, because I'm pretty thick and I don't know how these things work. So YouTube, for example, you can have a podcast and you can say and do things as long as you're within the realms of a little bit of respectability. But YouTube has the right to say, we're going to play this, we're not going to play that, we're going to pay you, we're not going to pay you.
Yeah.
However, if you have your own website, like Alex Jones kind of shit, you can do pretty much wherever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah, so Gas Digital do this in New York. They're independent with Legion of Skanks and stuff. They have everything behind a paywall.
Skanks, an example, sorry, yeah.
They have everything behind a paywall. It's like I pay for it. It's like $7 a month or whatever it is, $5 a month, and then you get like loads of podcasts. And they do. It's pretty fucking outrageous, to be honest. And then they have stuff that goes to YouTube, but all their channels are demonetized anyway on YouTube. But they make the money obviously from the sponsors and the
the website directly
pay. Yeah, so you can it's these big the big channels and stuff like YouTube and stuff. They are watching things more closely and stuff. They keep changing the rules every year, I think, as well, Matt, isn't it? The first 10 minutes are very important. So if straight away you start off, saying really terrible things, they'll be like, no, that's not getting allowed, or certainly getting supported. So yeah, you just got to work out what the rules are and work within it, I think. But it's not a problem for us now, is it? Because we've got 2 viewers. So
exactly, yeah. It's got to be some form of like, I mean, if you're on a platform like YouTube and they've got their rules and regulations, there's got to be some form of like respectability by all parties, some form of compromise. But that's got to be to a point, surely.
Yeah, but I get why. It's all about advertising, right? Because what they'll say is like, this bottled water company isn't going to advertise on a channel that's making horrendous jokes. Like that would be from their point of view,
right?
And ultimately, whatever they're monetizing to creators like Matt or whoever's at that level, YouTube are making 70 or 80% of that pot, and they'll give a little bit of it out to the creators. Like I said, even if you donate. I follow a few channels that when they get so many people in the chat that people pay to ask questions and stuff, and they'll pay like £1 or 20 or whatever. YouTube will cut 30% of that off the top of that as well, like just off the donation. So they're doing it for money, and they're giving the creators a little bit. Even these people that are making 20 million a year or whatnot, YouTube are making 90 million off them. Yeah, they're getting the lion's share of that advertising revenue. So all they care about is advertising revenue, really. So that's why they put all these restrictions in, because they don't want to scare the advertisers. But also I heard that YouTube is essentially a company that has illegal things going on in its basement, and I just made that up.
Which fucking company hasn't? Which company hasn't?
No, if you're a massive multinational conglomerate, I hope you're doing shady shit. Because again, if you're a president, you're not getting your dick sucked, or you're a multinational, multi-billion-pound organization, billion-dollar organization.
Yeah.
Why aren't you getting involved in, crime at high levels? That's
exactly. Yeah.
Again, I would, if I was head of YouTube, that's all I'd be doing. I would have an island, to be honest, but it wouldn't be exactly like this sort of island business. It would be, fun stuff. Fun, legal, and consensual stuff. The fun, legal, consensual island.
I'd probably go for the island on like Pinocchio, where they take all the like Epstein Island, but with the one on Pinocchio, we got that big massive fun fair, and they just turn people into like donkeys and shit.
That's right. I'd forgotten a lot of Pinocchio.
Sell them off to the fucking salt mines and do whatever. That's a good revenue stream, but we got to find a way how you turn people into donkeys.
A little bit of people trafficking is all right in my book. Just a little bit. Not
but
A lot of it.
not lately because the rate of people being washed up on shore dead and these rubber boats and they cost a lot of money, Carl.
Yeah, but they're getting through poor people traffickers. We would look after our essentially. Let's just call them meat at this point. We would protect our meat.
Okay.
And then
Do you reckon Morrissey would do a song about it? Meat is murder. Type.
Morrissey would. He would go, treating your traffic 15-year-old Eastern European girls is murder.
Your Eastern European girls is murder.
Yeah, getting your own sponsorship is another thing as well. So you'd have to rely on their nonsense. That's right. I do in a way. That's what I'm working towards, a Saturday morning show. But ultimately, that's probably not my lane right now. But maybe when I'm a little bit older and a little bit sadder, I'll just have a nice little sweet Saturday morning show.
Why is Pee Wee Herman still doing Pee Wee Herman at his age?
Well, it's the same as why is Madonna or Marilyn Manson.
The point, the question still stands, though. I mean, it could be pointed in all of their directions, but what a weird fucking thing.
Boats of Dead. I don't even know, Matt, what any of us talking about. But yeah, Marilyn Manson at this point, he's just a fat 60-year-old almost that's had too much coke, too much of a good time.
Yeah, but allegedly raped too many women.
What I don't know, we've even accused it, but he's accused of torturing people and stuff. But here's the thing. If you date Marilyn Manson, I'm getting a warning. We're not going to Facebook. It's fine. Who cares about ASVR?
What are we getting?
No, here we go. I can put it to Facebook now. Sorry, Facebook deletes all streams that don't go live in 10 minutes. Marilyn Manson, if you date him and you're an adult, right? You're not slow. Do you know what I'm talking? I can't say the word, but you're not. If you're a well-functioning adult and you date Marilyn Manson,
expect some shit.
He's been telling you for 30 years that he's a satanic monster, right? So when you start dating him and he starts dyeing you up and burning you with candles, that's. I mean, I don't want to victim blame, but it's kind of on you. I mean, he's telling you, you know what he is, right?
But they 3 books were written about a similar thing, and then they turned these books into films, and women creamed in the cinema. That was called 50 Shades of Grey. Marilyn Manson does it for real, and people freak the fuck out. Do you see the hypocrisy?
I do. How do I?
And it goes back to the Bill Burr thing. Crazy white bitches.
Well, yeah, that was good and insightful. Actually, I'm just actually re-adding the Facebook stream because Facebook got weird. Re-add. Exactly, crazy people all the time. And the other thing, so we've got Manson acting like that. You've got Madonna, who's a grandmother, getting her tits out, and it's fine. I'm all for whatever you need to do. But it's a bit. But you don't want your nan. My nan at 60 was on a chair with a blanket over her legs going, do you want some fizzy pop? Get it yourself. And then she would fight with my granddad and tell him, I hope you pop your clog soon.
Yeah.
They would just tell each other they hope each other dies soon.
Yeah.
And they never did for ages. And then she died in quite a sad, fast way. And he had dementia and went into a home for 20 years. So
sweet.
It never quite well. That's what you want when you get older, isn't it? I hope. Yeah. Just I don't even recognize my own kids. That's what I hope for. That's my family. Right. So I hope none of my family listen to this. Let's see what Matt says about Manson. Seemed normal when he's on Letterman. Let me wheedle out. Yeah. I'm sure. I think so. You hear that he was fairly normal, but then I think that over time, the longer you're in that persona, by the way, he's still on a lot of coke and a lot of all kind of other things, and that's not even allegedly.
Yeah.
Into his 50s, I think at a certain point you just start to become more of what you're pretending to be.
He created a fucking persona. Marilyn Manson is not the name on his birth certificate. You know what I mean? The guy created a fucking animal.
I don't even know his real name. It's probably Derek Jones or something.
Brian, some shit like that. It's fucking something very basic and boring.
But don't type
the name which warrants being bullied in school over. But
by the way, Doug, if you ever want to jump on there, you let us know today or any other time. Or feel free to pop in, even from the bar for 5 minutes, or while you're having a shit.
Come on, dog, jump in, fill the gaps.
Well, Snoop Dogg's one of the only older he's kind of respectable, right? He's kind of
Yeah.
like I would still I'd love to have a beer and a joint with Snoop Dogg, although I'd
He'd be
die.
a good laugh. But you bring Martha Stewart over, they're good friends.
He's holding on to some credibility as he gets older, but it gets a lot of people. It gets embarrassing when you get to like 65 and you're still acting like you were something that made you. In some cases, not in every case, but
yes,
yeah.
There's some exceptions, like Keith Richards. He's an exception to the rule.
Listen, Keith Richards is an absolute legend. He is. Well, Johnny Depp became him, right?
Yeah, he practically did. He did the Pirates of the Caribbean thing. Then he sort of like got like he transitioned into that persona of Keith / fucking Jack Sparrow and sort of stayed there.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's why my face is so shiny today. When the light, it's not the lighting. It's just I'm lubed for some face sitting from a man who's about 62, I think, somewhere in Long Island. So yeah,
the big, bold, beautiful head.
That's what my mother raised me for. That's what the kind of wedding she wants from me, I think.
I want to be lassoed by Matt Nappo into the bedroom and then wake up 3 days later thinking, what the fuck happened? Fast me up.
So we will see. So I'll have some better equipment coming. It's got a better camera coming. I'm thinking about a better background already. It's going to be faster than I thought because I just thought I'd buy a load of shit yesterday that I probably can't afford. But I will be I'll be at my mum and dad's from about Wednesday or Thursday. So if I do anything from there, it'll be at their house. So I won't have anything. I'll just be talking into a fucking phone or laptop. But yeah, at some point in January, things will look a little bit different, which will be nice. Hopefully, then I can get my penis out and it'll look full HD or just full HD, and then we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know what this means. Oh, okay. It didn't look like a gi.
Karate.
It didn't look like a gi there. What could be jiu-jitsu? It didn't look like
it's a gi. That's a fucking gi with a black belt.
It is. So on the chat, it looks like I don't know. My eyes are bad. It's too much masturbation if you can have it. Like earlier, my internet went out. My internet went out, and Jamie said too much porn or porn overload. And I think that I've reached the end of level boss at porn. Yeah. Like I'm fighting the end of level boss, and I'm saving it. I'm still there, but I'm at the end. It's like a massive vagina with big snapping teeth, but it's like 50 feet tall. It's mutated. And there's something weird. You like climb up a chimney and like punch it around the back of the head 3 times, but then if you do it 4 times, it'll squirt you or something. Yeah,
it will fucking squirt you.
That's a nice little. Hang on.
You can write that down as a joke, can you? That's a fucking good bit. That is.
Well, it's just I'll write the time because and then tomorrow I'll never look at these notes, and it will just say
refer back to the time.
The notes will say. The notes will say massive squirt in vag, 22 minutes. And then tomorrow I'll go, what the fuck's that? I've got a hangover, leave me alone.
Fuck's all that about?
But yeah, there's a nice little premise there. And that's how art is made, isn't it?
It is.
That's how art is made.
Like podcasts, make notes, and then it doesn't look just like a pile of shite hieroglyphics on a page like we've historically done. But well done for referencing that joke, your own joke, and making a little note of that as well. Timestamp.
Matt's going to hook up Bluetooth and listen when he goes make lunch, and we all know what you mean by make some lunch. Yeah, you're going to
smash that luncheon meat into someone's lunchbox. That's what he's going to be doing.
Go and batter that bread. What I realise is that food, anything you say about food, about a female or whatever, if you say it in a certain voice, it can sound terrible. It's like, I'd pound her beef. Yeah, you know what I mean, or like, I'd buy a couple of her fish. Whatever it is, it's like I'd slice her cheese.
I'd fucking rip the skin off her salmon.
Well,
whatever. Just get in there.
I'd like a little sample of her gazpacho soup, all classy. That's what you say if it's a really nice, I
want to eat out of that clam.
Well, it's a bit more obvious, but yeah. And then, or I'd just wear her skin, and that you'd end at that. I'll put her in the back of the van. All right, that's enough. Don't leave the van.
Yeah.
Not again. So I'm sure I've talked about this multiple times on here before, but
put a woman into a van?
Yeah. So, well, no. What would you do if you were kidnapping and murdering someone? It's like I would pull up in a van, but it would just be blaring out "Welcome to the Jungle" at like ridiculous levels.
Imagine
massive PA system. everyone's wearing pig masks, right? Just pig mask, tight underpants, and then UV paint, like splattered on UV paint. But then a strobe's going. So when they're in the back of the van, it's just and that's all they see. That's how I do it. It would be, it's like Ted Bundy, but with a pimped, pimp mobile rather than a little Honda Civic or whatever he had. Yellow, no, he had a yellow Beetle, I think, Bundy, didn't he?
Oh, Bundy, yeah, he had like a VW Beetle. I think I'm not sure if it was yellow or not. But
I think it's a little mustard yellow Beetle. I think.
Yeah, it's in some fucking museum now, isn't there? Some museum in America. Someone.
I hope so.
It.
Well, I'm going then. If they've got. If
this
they've
is
got that in a museum.
It's like Disney for some people. This is where dreams came true, kids.
Dreams can come true. Bit of Gabrielle for you as well. This is like we should do the karaoke sing along with this and just get again copyright flags for humming a song from 1994. Overtaken away from Southern Rugby by a woman with one eye, or she just had permanent pink eye. Gabrielle
could be. She like people farting in her face.
She used to have the eye patch, but then she got rid of the eye patch, but she'd have the hair over it.
Yeah, she had like a fringe coming down to cover. My mother was a big fan of it. I used to remember looking at the CD
She's
cover.
Got some good songs. She's got some good songs.
I was like, I would, Gabrielle, 100%. It's like, yeah. I was young. I was like, yeah, I would definitely.
When I was like 17 when that stuff was coming up, but yeah, I would too. Lovely. I don't know if she's still doing that. And what was wrong with the eye? Was it just a bit wonky or?
I think it was a bit of a bonk eye, maybe a bit of I don't know, punched in the eye too many times by an ex-lover or some shit. I don't know.
Someone had actually skull fucked her.
Yeah. I don't know. I like to think she had like a big scar down there as well.
And she's just singing "Dreams Can't Come True."
But
hey, if I like you can come in my eye too. I am Gabrielle, basically with that. No, I'm not the right ethnicity.
Down to a fucking T.
If I did dress up exactly as Gabrielle, I'd be in a lot of trouble. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the eye patch. I'm talking about the KKK hood I'd be wearing just to confuse people.
Just to really fuck people up.
That's what I would do if I wasn't just now a middle class white guy. You know what I'm talking about. I would just walk around in a KKK hood. Actually, that was a Chappelle sketch as well, wasn't it? The black Klan guy. Right?
It was on the Chappelle show. Yeah, and he was like a notorious like KKK leader. No one knew he was actually black.
I posted that. The only thing I posted during the whole BLM thing was that, and just because to be funny, right? And also just to say, come on, we should all stop pretending.
Clayton something, wasn't it? Clayton something.
Yeah, it was a great.
No one knew he was black, and he was covered up, and all his audience were like proper like white redneck fuckers.
It was an absolutely fantastic sketch. But then you had, obviously, I'm not going to get into politics, but there were a lot of very, very middle class white comedians that had never met a black person going, I'm now reading White Fragility. And it's like, this isn't real. You're not doing real things. Hey, I ran an open mic in a Caribbean bar and I have Jamaicans in my family. So I can comment on it a little bit. But yeah, let's not have any politics on it. Just a couple of beers, but very nice, very nice. We've covered BLM, we've covered eye patches, we've covered
we've covered the rights of men masturbating in front of women with their consent too. With the CK stuff, that's all done.
Again, I'm not. There are I just don't. Yes, consent. He does mention that at the end of Sincerely. So if you haven't seen the special that come out right at the beginning of lockdown. I've given you access to that today, and if anyone else wants access, let me know, or you can go and buy it from louisck.net.
That
$10 for Sorry, or you can pay $25 and get everything he's got on there. And I paid $25 to support my friend and father, the ginger Mexican Polak Louis C.K.
And you can share with your friends and family because they're too tight to buy.
So he is half Mexican as well. So a lot of people don't know that. So he's
oh, he looks neither of those things.
So his surname,
he looks like he's clearly descended from an Irish family.
His surname is Zickley. That's why CK, but it's like SCIECZKLEY. And his dad was a Mexican, but a ginger Mexican, who left him when he was young. So yeah, he's got. I think
he was ginger.
Yeah. Very strange and pale. So, well, he's
Yeah.
got the pale from the Polak side. So, yeah,
So
very
he's an
interesting.
albino-looking Polish Mexican dude, balding.
We've covered the birthright of Louis C.K. as well, so that's always
Amazing.
good. Now I'm at a bit of an impasse here. I've got some whiskey in a glass, but I probably shouldn't drink too much whiskey right now. I've got beers in the fridge, so I was probably going to get a beer in a second.
Sip some those. I'm drinking on the Grolsch right now. I fucking started off with the San Miguel. I got a couple of Grolsch's in the fridge. I'm gonna have a few.
By the way, anyone watching, I've been drinking way less, and I drink barely. When I go to a gig, I'll have a couple of beers, and then a couple after. But at home, I haven't been drinking at all. But we've done 4 or 5 of these podcasts in the last couple of weeks now, all of a sudden, and we tend to just drink on them. I don't know what it is about this one because I do other stuff as well. But this podcast, I like to have a beer. I think it's just the shame of what I'm talking about. I'm like, I'm just going to drink now to death on air. So it's like,
fuck
a
it.
really slow.
If there was ever a podcast to talk at a shite and drink, this is the one to do it on. And I mean, I would all,
it is, but
love and respect.
I'm going to make a bit of I'm going to have a bit of a list of structure to it next year, but not necessarily adhere to it. Do you know what I mean? Just have it there. Just if we start to go slightly wild, we can go. Oh, we can definitely talk about this stuff, but then we can just talk shit as well.
Nice.
And guest, I want to get that Welsh guy that posted
the one who boxed up from Australia to the fucking UK because he could. It was as simple as that.
It was. I mean, is anything else happening in the world right now? Let's not talk about fucking COVID because honestly, I don't give a shit, right? I don't care.
Oh, I don't think.
Fuck. I've missed my booster vaccine. It was tonight.
Oh, was it me? What time was it supposed to have it done?
30 minutes ago.
Oh, fuck. How's that working out for you? How do you feel? Do you feel like you're going to die?
No, but it's annoying, isn't it? I wanted to get it. And now I'm going to have to rearrange it.
Yeah.
I'll have to tell him I was on jury duty. But I really wanted to go and get that as well.
Shit, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm waiting on mine to come through, but nothing yet.
Listen to this motherfucker. Yeah, I know the lighting's bad, but I tell you what, it's not the camera is shit, but also the lighting is real bad. Yeah, it's the camera. I can't even lie anymore. And guess what, Mr. Harris? I ordered last night in a moment of fury. I've ordered a pretty good webcam. So it's not. Eventually, I'll have a DSLR fucking camera or whatever it is. But I've got a pretty good webcam coming Thursday.
Yeah,
I'll be away, but I'm getting it delivered to my parents' house. So I've been that smart on Amazon. See, it's going to my parents. Yeah, so I can test it when I'm over there.
Some of us are not like retired FBI agents with a really good best-selling novel on the back burner. As
yeah, we can't all use our law enforcement bribery money. We can't always just go. We could either bust you for this terror cell. I'll tell you what, you could give us 50 grand. And I'll retire. Because again, if I was in the FBI, that's all it'd be. Do you know once? I'll tell you this. Yeah. I'll tell you this right now. Years ago, I sent off to possibly join the UK police force, but I sent it under a false name because I didn't ever want them to have my details in the database. And they sent back, and my plan was to become a police officer, but to specifically become a corrupt police officer from the beginning.
I like it.
Do you remember on The Bill? So Ken, in the UK, there's a cop show called The Bill. It's gone now, but it was like, kind of like a soap dramatic, but it was about the police. There was a corrupt guy on there called Beach, DCI Beach. And he used to do all kind of shady shit, put gloves on and take drugs and money. So I was going to do that. And my plan was to become a police officer. But what I do, when you pull people over for traffic stops and stuff, just go, your light's broken. And they go, no, it's not. And then I'd go around the back and get my baton and smash their light. Go, your light's broken. And then I'll go, I can ticket you, right? Yeah. Go to court, or you can just give me 50 on the spot right now. Yeah? And that's what I would do. I would go, this is before the days of cell phones. I would just go around collecting my money until I got to a point where I'm now a detective. And when you're a detective, woo, now the drug money comes in, right? That's what I'm thinking. Now you can start busting low-level drug dealers, but you say, do you know what? I can nick you now, or you can be my informant, and you can give me 30% off the top, right? And then you start at the bottom level. And I'd get killed. There's no doubt about it, or arrested, right? But You get your
You
way
get
up.
addicted to the drugs.
Until-
You get killed.
Until you're dealing with these big shipments that are coming in from the boats straight from Colombia. You start dealing with those guys. You say, listen, I can just get you 1,000 kilos right now. And then I'm doing the deals and having people get that. That was my plan. That's why. But all I actually did was sent off for this police application form in a false name, read it, and never did anything about it. But I just had this entire fantasy in my mind, probably in the shower. You just go get in the shower and then just all these whole parallel life fantasies. Just or maybe.
I know where you're coming from. What was the name? What was the false name you used?
I'm not going to say because it's my middle name, so that was the standard. That's what I used to do when I was a kid, and you got caught jumping trains. I'd just give my middle name but add an S to the end.
Oh,
because always Ken will know this. Always use your first name in a lie because you naturally react to it, right? If someone goes Ben, you just go what? But if it's like Carl, you're like yeah, and then you've got the full surname that begins with the same letter as your second name is good as well. Because then when you're signing. I know all the tricks, but that was the
criminal. I like your style.
That was my plan. Just become a fucking criminal, please.
That was your plan in life. How long do you think it would have been before you got popped?
I'm pretty good. I don't know. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty smooth. I think now it'd be harder, but we're talking like mid 2000s, so before even like smartphones and cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
I think I could have done a good 5 years on the sly, unless you got someone reporting you. That's the only problem.
Yeah, some miserable cunt. Fuck. That's when you threaten the kids. That's when you threaten the family. You just look in the back
when you
seat.
threaten. Exactly. You're on the same page, Ken. I know you're on the same page. That's when, and it's an official statement from an FBI agent. That's when you threaten the kids. Right? that's when you go, come and meet me in the Starbucks, and you put down the photos of the kids.
Yeah, we know where your kids
out the
go
front
to
and
school.
just go, look, Carl, little Melinda looks like she's happy going to school
with
today.
The badge, so you can go and pick up little Melinda from the school with the badge and say, I gotta take this kid out here. You sit here in Starbucks with a coffee, a hot chocolate, and a baguette and a cake, and then the mother and the father walks in, and they're like, oh, there we go. There's your little girl. This is what I can do. So, I can get to you.
That's what a dangerous individual I would have been had I of. I'm gonna talk for 20 seconds.
Talk for 20 seconds. I can talk for 20 seconds, but I think I like Carl's style. I think I'd probably take it one step fucking further though. I would probably start like really going to town and parking my car in places that I shouldn't park them, like in the disabled spots without a blue badge. I'd be like, fuck you, warden.
So
fucking ruin your life.
For any Americans listening, it seems to be our main audience.
Go crazy.
Blue badge is what disabled people have in their car, so they can park anywhere. But here's my thing though. Why should disabled people get to park closer to the supermarket? Because, like, all right,
Andy Andrews got a great bit about this, haven't he? Yeah, Andy Andrews has a fantastic bit about it.
It's common sense, and the same thing is the toilets, because they get bigger toilets. And don't get me, if I see a selection of public toilets, I'm going in the disabled one. Do you know why? Because there's room. I can stretch out, right? You've got a nice little sink, sometimes a bed to have a nap on. It's just nicer. And what if someone disabled going, well, I wanted to get in there. I almost did. Do you know what I almost did?
Go on.
I almost did. Oh, can I get in the toilet? But I didn't do that because that's unfair and wrong.
That's mocking.
So I was like, all right. But why shouldn't they wait? Because we all have to wait for the toilet sometimes.
Yeah.
If they've got out their little car and they've come down the little ramp and they've gone in the little wheelchair, that's taken them fucking ages. Another 15 seconds to wait for me to go, shit, I feel nervous. I'm going to get out because the disabled guys here. That would be, I don't know.
I like it. And do you know what's great about disabled toilets as well? Because they have that like a bar that swings around for them to obviously grip onto.
Oh yeah, that one.
You just pull it around. You just literally just relax the fuck on there. And secondly, not the office where I used to work way back when, before the big C came around, they had a really well spacious toilet, disabled toilet. And the access in there was quite simple. So I remember going to work with a really bad hangover one day, really bad. And I spent 15 minutes at a time, just going in there, doing my business, and then sitting in the corner of the fucking disabled toilet, just curled up into a ball, shaking. I then go back to work and then have a half hour of work and go back to the disabled toilets and just sit down, be sick. But you had room to lie down, space out, sprawl out, or curl up into a ball and shake. That's what disabled toilets are for, Carl. And being an alcoholic hangover in work is a disability as far as I'm concerned. So,
I agree with you. I totally agree
fuck
with you.
it.
I did say now. God, since Ken's mentioned my fucking flip phone, I'm like, yeah, I know the light. If I go back here, it's better. Although I'm a bit like, but yeah. I'm trying. I swear to God, I've got a pretty good camera coming. If I plug this camera in and I look like a piece of shit, I don't know. And also, I can't say too much, but the laptop I'm using doesn't belong to me. It belongs to maybe an organization. And sometimes it has issues with things installed on there. So I'll have to buy a laptop.
Motherfuckers. I don't think it's your camera, because every now and again you keep sort of like pixelating and blurring out. So I think it's your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I know. Don't start me on my fucking connection issues. I pay for really good internet and I get dog shit. So I'm working on that too. But I might have to wait till I move. But when I move, I'll be getting extra shit hot internet.
Whichever company it is, just call their main office and just say there's a bomb in the building. Put the fucking phone down. They evacuate and they cause them a shitload of money.
There's a bomb on your internet connection. And if it drops below 40 megabytes a second, your whole building will blow. And there's no Sandra Bullock to suck you off. And if you see her today, you wouldn't want her to.
There's a bomb in your building. I don't know, Sandra Bullock. Yeah,
you're right. I'm on Ethernet, Matt, but I've got a real issue with my router, and I brought a new cable. There's something going on, and they won't give me a new one because they say it works. So at some point, I'll be paying for super duper shit and get mega download stuff. But I'm
super duper deluxe one.
Wait till January. We'll sort it out in January. Listen to this motherfucker. Yeah, all right. I will go to the FBI and I'll tell them you show me some KP. All right.
Yeah.
And I don't mean peanuts. No. Yeah. All right. I'm shit. And you, by the way, you see where I live. I've lived in a terrible place for 5 years. In fact, it's a really nice space. It's a big flat in the city centre. But
probably nicer way Ken's kept some of his informants over the years, but yeah.
Yeah, it's badly soundproofed, and I have been depressed here. If you see this way, it's getting better, but it looks like a very depressed man's home. And
you pigsty.
I'm trying. I am a pig, but I'm slowly making little tweaks to my life, and that's all we can do. Is baby steps, isn't it, to get over our anxiety and depression, and that is what I'm trying to do. So
exactly what it is, baby steps.
If I do commit suicide tonight, it will be your fault, and I'll be going. I wish I had a better modem. Some people say I wish my kid would still talk to me, or I wish I hadn't drowned them in the bath.
Yeah,
but my thing was just going. I just wish it was 14.5K. I wish I could have had it.
Yeah. And your family tried and sue Nokia for the shit flip phone they fucking gave you as part of your contract, and they don't exist anymore. Just yup. That's Ken's reply. Yup. Cool.
Yeah, I'm looking into a lot of stuff. I've got initially I'm gonna have a bit of a problem with software, but I might be able to get an app for this new one as well because it's a pretty decent webcam. But eventually I'll probably be on a proper camera. But that's down the line because they cost a lot of money. But I'm looking into lighting as well, like proper lighting. So bear with me. Sometime in January, I might just get an entry-level version of that and slowly
casting couch equipment is what you need. Casting couch equipment.
Yeah, well, what you mean? I make someone suck me off for the chance to appear on Non-Epstein, or I suck someone off for some free lighting?
Both. Because I will get a bit of lighting, a good bit of fucking.
Listen, I'll drink. By the way, guys, can I just say?
Yes.
Got Buffalo Trace down here. If I drink half a bottle of that, I'll suck anyone off. Honestly, I don't even like boys. Not even like that, and it's all right. But I would have sucked Weinstein off if you said to me
less.
If you had said to me they're going to make Pulp Fiction 2 and I'm going to play Jules's little brother and I've got to wear blackface,
you look like him,
and I probably need to because the lighting's really bad. But
yes,
I'm going to wear blackface and just talk about Big Kahuna Burger. I would do it, and I'd suck him off.
Yeah.
And I'd suck him off. and I'd put my little tongue in his belly button as well. And I don't even like boys. I would have done that. So I don't know what that means or what that says.
You're the kind of man who would definitely do that. And I'm a little bit dubious about the way you keep saying I don't like boys, not men. But yeah, I didn't lose. I try to read the comments that are coming through, but they just go.
Is that the? Yeah, I'll try and do better. Is that the first two people that killed themselves? Yeah, I know people that killed themselves. I'll tell you a little thing. Yeah, no, I've thought about it.
Very boring.
But you get let's face it. My only clients would be straight men who are gay, and they're 55 and massive, and they'll be like, I just need anyone to do anything to me, or it's like
something, yeah.
Or it's like our equivalent of a school shooter, but we don't really have too many guns. Although we did have one down the south, didn't we, that shot a few people? Yeah, it's like that incel type, and
Oh yeah, the incels. What a great bunch of people. I'm fat and disgusting. Well, no one loves me.
Here's my thing though. Do you not think that not just women but gays as well should do their bit for the community and just give them a hand job? That's all you need to do. You don't even have to suck them off.
Yeah, you haven't got to swallow or take one at the ass. Just wank someone off, because you can always just. I mean, you got to wash your hands thoroughly.
You look good, 56, dude.
I mean, 6 months before. Yeah, I'm in 6 months before. Okay.
Matt, I've probably paid for one in Barcelona in 2011. Huh? What? No? What? No, don't worry about it. Another time. Huh? That sounds like a fantasy.
Yeah, there were 2 condoms. But yeah,
God. I'm not telling that story tonight, but yeah.
Can you imagine if Adolf Hitler just had his dick sucked just before he stepped into Poland?
It'd be worse. It'd be like, I've had my fucking dick sucked and I'm going to get 7 million. Because I could see myself, I'm not saying I could be Hitler, but I could see myself just like, and I'll tell you another thing.
Yeah.
Now though, to be honest, afterwards I'll be like, I just need to sit down. Can we have a sit down and some ice cream? But if I was 25, you would be like, well, fucking, and then I'm going to take over the world.
Yeah. I think if they just had, maybe, I don't know, I think if he had his dick sucked, I think he just might have gone, do you know what? Don't go into Poland. It was a stupid idea. Let's just fucking relax about this. All his fucking generals be like, no, we're good to go. He said, no, I just had my dick sucked. I mean, I got clarity on the brain. Like,
But yeah, going back to incels, so it's like, honestly, that's all they want. And what it is, they become they might be a bit off to start with, right? But they become more disgusting because they get shunned so much by other people at school. And so then they've probably got mental problems as well. And then they get depressed. And then they become more disgusting because they don't even fucking care anymore. And then they just want to drive around and kill everyone. That's how they get into. Because one of my favorite things is hearing about something like a school shooting or something, and then going down the rabbit hole of their YouTube channel in the 6 months before.
Yes.
Fine. And then just seeing the descent into that point. And I'm not saying I get it, but I kind of get it. Like you can see it. They need an intervention at one of those levels. And I'm saying that intervention is not even the hottest girl at school, but like someone who's all right. Just wank them. Just spit on your hand. You know they are those weird kids, right? I was probably a bit of a weird kid.
I know exactly what you're saying. I know exactly. But why you wouldn't even need to spit in your hand. Just do it dry. They will appreciate and accept, because if you do it dry, it might hurt them, and they might think, "Fuck, this ain't worth it."
Because they're doing it dry at home. They're doing it dry. It's fine. They'll love it. Anything, and just right once every 6 months, every 6 to 8 months, do that. And I think in the US it would reduce school shootings down to like 5%. And here,
and a mixture of stop selling disillusioned individuals, and we'd be okay.
Pretty easy to get hold of a gun, though. I think, whether or not you've been sold it. So, if your mate's got one, your dad's got one. So, or someone goes to Vegas and shoots up a casino, and we never hear about the case again.
Good times.
Why is that then? That was an interesting one. But I don't know.
Yeah, that didn't linger around for long, did it? That was
well, I think it was one of those things where perhaps the entire story didn't come out. I think for that one, it was a very strange case. But no, I sometimes, and it must be strange for you guys in the US that we obviously don't have legal guns here. We could have handguns up until 96. If you went to like a range, obviously you have to have a license. It's not the same. It'd be way more restrictive, but we had a massacre at a school. Which is, let's not go in the Dunblane rabbit hole because those
Is that Dunblane? Yeah, it was.
So some weird guy walked into a school in Scotland and shot a load of kids. Which I don't know if any follow tennis, but Andy Murray, who represented Britain, UK,
he
was in the classroom, mate, and he survived, unfortunately. But the government files on that have been sealed for 100 years. You're not allowed to know anything about his former arrests or anything about the case. And the rumor was he was getting boys for politicians. So that's another little interesting one. But so we can also have shotguns as well. We can
have shotguns, but you need your license. You got to go through jump through loops to get that license for a shotgun.
Ken, if you're starting a documentary, let's do it. Let's get crowdfunding. Yeah, I agree with you. Thank you. That's actually very humbling because normally this is just us talking to each other and maybe 30 people will watch it eventually. But I'm going to start as well pushing this a little bit more. Fuck it. I can't sell people breaking wind on air. Matt, sell it to at least half your audience. I think they'll be into it, but we need to, we should do some come on here one night. Come on as a guest and
come.
You need to have us both on individually as well, because I think we bring something different, and then occasionally together. Because I think together we've got to be a bit careful.
Yeah, after the last time.
Clips, yes. Listen to the advice. I know. It's just, it's been time with me. It's been and depression. So I haven't done it, but I've got time, and I want to do clips. I'm writing stuff down. I don't know, about 45 minutes with my drunken notes. Clips, so we need to do a little clips thing. All that stuff. I got to do the same across 2 or 3 things that I do, and just play the game, get it done. Or you can find. I know you've used Dog. I know you've used people online. We've got something called Upwork. I don't know if it's over there or Fiverr, and find some little Malaysian kid to make clips for you as well, something simple, nothing too strenuous, but a simple can you clip this? Eventually I might start doing that and pay them 10 quid because time is money. So listen, if anyone wants to volunteer, and I'm not rich as I said, but I'm quite, I'll buy you a bottle of whiskey or a few dollars or a cigar or a small Malaysian boy
or some shit.
Yeah, we send you some Welsh whiskey. I got Buffalo Trace down there, which I love.
Stuff,
and man. Then everyone that I've got onto that, and I found it about 5 years ago randomly. It's so smooth. Yeah, I used to drink obviously JD, bit of Jack when I was younger, but I've gone off it.
Who didn't?
I've gone off it.
Everyone goes off that fucking shit. Buffalo Trace, man, you got me onto that months ago, and I was averaging a bottle a week for a number of weeks, and I just stopped buying it for that specific reason. And when I haven't vodka tonics, but
because unbelievably, I don't drink at home too often. It's been on this podcast last couple of weeks. I haven't brought a bottle of this for a while, a long while, maybe a year.
Fuck.
The problem with it is I can drink just that and ice, and I can put half a bottle away.
You've got to have ice cream, man. It's fucking the business.
And then we're getting into some social problems, and we're getting into, hey, you've texted your entire phone book tonight. And now you're seeing replies from people you didn't really want to text. And then it takes you 8 hours to get the bottle to click on it. And luckily I'm not 99% of the time, it's not as bad as I thought. It's hi, hiya. But sometimes it's hey, we should hang out. So Matt, if I ever get your number, right? If I come out there and then 6 months later, I'm Matt, I've had a bottle of Buffalo Trace tonight. I want to spit on your fucking head. Just we should hang out, man. Yeah? Do you want to hang out?
Fucking head. Shine that grease ball up. I like it.
Well, I'll be the new mind. I'm going fucking bald. It just doesn't. I'm receding, obviously, but that's been happening since I was 22.
Shave it off.
Well, that's coming, but I can't quite do it yet. I think.
You haven't accepted it fully. You haven't transitioned to bald. Yeah.
No, I've accepted it, but I will at some point. It'll go grade 2 all over, then 1, right, and then it'll go bald. But I have got a bit of a cone head really when it's shaved down. I don't know what that yes was for. I don't know what that yes is for.
It's unique. It's a bit fucking different. Motherfuckers.
Listen, we're talking the new year. We're talking the new year. No, I'm very I like to, even if it's something small, to give a little bit of credit or something to people that help in any way. So yeah, I will be even people that have been on this podcast. I'm thinking of sending them a mug, a little branded mug or a T-shirt for nothing, and just getting that posted over. So yeah, but as I said, at some point next year, it'll get renamed in a little. I like it. I do like the name, and I do like the stupid little logo. But I think it will have a problem with both the algorithm and also people, because I think a lot of people might look at it and just go, it's really, really going to be fucking out there.
So I had to mute for a sec. Then my boy just came in saying his pasta was inedible. But that's what happens when
I can't understand how you're not just hitting these kids on a rate. It's like, what do you mean? It's like cook it longer then.
Cooked him. I punched him in the face. I had to mute the screams.
Cook it longer then, pussy. No, I was. Here we go. Everything. Let me tell you about irritable bowel syndrome. Oh, listen, I'm going to be real honest. We'll get to your comment in a minute, Matt, as well, about your head. I'm going to be not too honest, but I've had colon problems since I was 17. That's a long time ago. Well, that's when I noticed it, right? In my 30s, I just went, it might be something to do with my diet. And I started cutting stuff out. And I got to the point where I think it's gluten. But then I love all this has got gluten in it. I love pizza. I love it. I know you can get gluten-free stuff, but it ain't the same. You don't get the.
It ain't the fucking same. You take any ingredient out of anything specific, and it's not the fucking same.
And by the way, one day I'll tell you all about the times I shit myself in public. I shit up the tax office around the corner. I shit in the park. I've shit in a beach in Brazil. I've shit in my pants. Honestly, it's like you got to go now. I kind of manage most of this stuff that I kind of know, and I kind of manage it. I don't really know where I was going with that, but no, I won't go the full extent actually. But stuff fucks with my tummy.
Is there blood?
Yeah, but only from there's blood, but only from there's some hooker killing, but only from knives, not guns. No, there's blood, but it's not like I've googled it, and it's not like in my stool all the time. It's from like shitting a lot or wiping a lot, and there's little spots, so it's like
I get that.
It's there occasionally, but
I tell myself it's from wiping too much. It's nothing internally wrong with me. It's just
I'll just say this quickly. I had a weekend about 3 weeks ago where I got some sort of bug, virus, stomach flu or whatever, and I shat every hour for 36 hours. I was getting up at night in terrible pain and then shitting, and I think my anatomy's changed. I think something's happened, because when I'm wiping right now, right, I can feel something that wasn't up. It feels different now. But I don't think it's like a tumor or anything. I think that maybe it's like a pile or
something has fallen out. Like
but not out, but just it's in. But it's there's a different piece of anatomy in there, and obviously it could be like a colon cancer or whatnot. So I'm going to have to.
Cancer.
Now I've said this in public. Am I going to have to get this checked out in 2022? I probably should, right?
It's advisable.
Because at my age, I need the old, but they don't do that anymore. They put a camera up there, right? I need a little bit of checking out. I need a little bit of checking out, and I'm not a very good. I don't go to the doctors regularly. We'll put it that way. So yeah, we'll
I need my fucking specs on. This is going to.
Well, I'll read it out, but I'm just trying to flick through here. So when Matt was 25, he first shaved his head and balls, but fucked it up royally. Yeah, so you don't need to get... actually, if you haven't seen Shane Gillis's special yet, I suggest you do, but he got a haircut the week before, and it's fucking... He looks like a let's just say simpleton, waterhead, you know what I'm saying? For his special, and it's the first thing he says in his special. He goes, it's a bit severe.
Nice.
Pizza fucks me right up, man. I swear to God, I love pizza so much. Like,
I'm a huge fan of pizza. It's one of the things I could eat every fucking single day.
I love it. I eat pizza, and it's not even real pizza. It's like heated up frozen pizza. But I swear to God, when you get a good pizza, Jamie, this is not going to be for anyone else. Have you ever got food from the dough thrower?
No.
I'm sure they deliver. It's Cardiff, but it's Canton.
Right.
I'm sure they'll probably deliver to Caerphilly. It's probably on the edge of where they deliver.
How good are we talking?
It's pricey, and it's not like it's traditional pizza, so it's not like a Domino's and shit. But first of all, the buffalo wings at this place, they're spicy, they're messy, everything's expensive. Right? I don't know what it is, but it's like more than you would expect to pay. But let me tell you, the pizza is phenomenal. They're smaller than you would think as well, but they do all kinds of stuff from around the world. And they actually go around the world to Italy or wherever, and they learn international pizza. They come back and make them.
Holy fuck.
It's all in-house and fresh. And the wings, dude. What I do sometimes, get a box of buffalo wings and then like a spicy whatever pizza. And they do beer and stuff. Every now and then, it's like a 6-monthly treat for me, like every 4 months maybe. It is fucking phenomenal. It is phenomenal. It's so beautiful.
Fucking sublime.
Just the wings are like
what's it called again? The place? I gotta Google it now.
The dough thrower.
The dome thrower.
The dough thrower. Let me bring it up on it. Hopefully, this isn't too boring for you guys. I know obviously New York pizza is pretty good, and next time I go, I will be indulging in some proper New York pizza. But I will bring up this website here. Stop fucking being an asshole.
There
we go. So there's one in well, I don't know. It's pretty much, I pretty much call it Canton. I don't know. They've got a new website, so. Okay.
Oh fuck! No, okay. I got it here. Holy shit!
They've got a new website, and I'm not going to be able to navigate it in time. They do have Instagram though, so
mate. They look fucking incredible. That's how a pizza should look, brother. Oh my fucking!
Oh my fucking! This is my modem, Ken. I swear. Let's follow that.
I'm Googling this shit right now. I want a pizza. Fuck it. I can't have a steak tonight, but I'm having a pizza. Fuck it.
I know the US has so much good pizza, but this is a proper wood burnt pizza. They have all kinds of crazy flavors as well, like crazy, not just Italian, but from all over the world. They'll do like a special, like regional US one as well. But let me tell you, get the buffalo wings. Get the buffalo wings as a starter or an aperitif or whatever you want to call it. Is that a drink? Is that a drink? I don't know anything. Yeah. I'm just saying, get an aperitif. Wings. I'll have a glass of wings, please.
An aperitif is like something before or after a meal, isn't it? Like a good cocktail, like a Negroni is an aperitif.
We should try and get some more viewers on this thing. I've got it is a good aperitif, and now I'm just sort of stuttering and saying things like an aperitif. Ken, Matt, you got any talking points? What do you want to talk about? What do you want us to talk about? We might not have it. We might not have an opinion. Please, no politics. That's one rule I'm going to put on this. Is like occasionally, if I've had 100 drinks, and we're 5 hours into a podcast, I'll probably just start saying things like, I love politics. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. But I don't.
No one loves politics. People just get involved in politics, but I don't think politicians love politics either. There's just something that
I see. It's everyone's just fighting all the time online or having their opinion. It's like, I don't fucking care. And secondly, none of them are going to be for you. They're all for themselves. And by the way, if you get a news story saying a politician is really corrupt, good. Not good, but yes. If you give me a news story that says these politicians aren't corrupt, I would lose. I would go, what?
Why are they corrupt? Yeah, but it goes back to what you were saying about your dream job was being a corrupt police officer. That's what you want. People want to hear this shit. These are the talking points, Carl. We want corruption in Parliament, Carl.
Well, there's a great Brazilian cop show called The Mechanism or Mecanismo. in Portuguese, and it's about a case that's got more complicated since. But the whole point of it is that at the end they say in Brazil, Brazilians obviously really overtly corrupt, but the US and the UK are as well, just in different levels. But the whole what they say at the end of that is it's called the mechanism, because they say it's not about bad apples or bad politicians or bad parties. The mechanism of politics is corrupt, so it doesn't work without corruption. It doesn't work without corruption. There's no
But
the
it's got to
only
be
way.
yin and a yang, isn't it? It's always got to have a yin and a yang. You know, it's
Yeah, but the only way these systems work, and it's not democracy, it's false democracy, and the only way they work is because of corruption, bribes,
yeah.
dodgy deals, and everyone's snorting coke and wanking each other off round by the bins, and that's
Yeah.
all I want to say about politics. And yeah, good. Have
Yeah.
a nice time.
Everyone's getting wanked off behind the bins, and some people like to get wanked off by other men's arse cheeks. It doesn't mean they're gay. Everyone just likes to come.
Well, it's okay if they are, quite frankly.
Yeah, who cares?
So,
Gay, straight, whatever. But point being is, if you come, you're happy.
you are, and
Simple as that.
Come as you are, as great Kurt Cobain, murdered by his girlfriend, said once. Just come as you are.
As you.
What's it? Come as you were. Have you ever seen someone shoot himself in the face on the internet? I have, and it's there's a guy that killed himself a couple of years ago. It's real sad. He shoots himself in the face with a shotgun,
right,
on a live stream, and it's bad. He's like
him.
Big fat sad guy, and he's like, "Oh, no one fucking loves me."
Yeah.
And literally, he's talking to a girl, like, and anyway, I love you. And he's got the shotgun in his mouth, and then he just does it, and it's like, it's not what you think. It's not what the movies depict. Like his entire face is gone.
It's
and it's just like blown out. It's blown out, and then it's just the drip that, again, we're not getting to it. It's just like the blood just pours out like a pint. It's like
everywhere, yeah.
And then it's like, But imagine, because there are some cases, and I'm sure we might have talked to us about this the other day. There are cases where people do it and they survive, and it's like,
yeah, people
they've
do survive.
blown their entire jaw, face,
head.
and half their brain off, but they live and they're conscious and they're not broken, you know. And so they're just gurgling like fuck, and then the ambulances come and it's like, fuck, in your mind it's like,
shit.
And then they're patching you up and you think, well, I feel a bit better, but I think it's gonna be bad. I think when I see myself, if I've got eyes, even, this is gonna be bad. This whole thing.
Yeah. This is gonna feel like shit in the morning, worse than a fucking hangover. Talk about a splitting headache, eh? Try to kill yourself, shock into the face, and you survive.
Because it's very common, actually, because people, especially like people hold a gun and then the weight can naturally pull you this way.
Yeah.
And sometimes, or they just go straight back, right? And they miss the brain stem that controls your breathing and shit. Like if you do that, it's good. But sometimes they're just like this even, and then it comes out the back this way or out this way, and they haven't shot anything that vital, but they'll probably bleed to death. But if paramedics get there in time, you've now just got a massive hole in you.
Painful.
You probably haven't got any teeth or tongue, and you're alive.
Mate, that's just an extra hole to fuck though, so you can go into prostitution with that and just literally another angle.
Listen, exactly, and you make sure that you get an extra 30% on top.
100%, yeah, get in there.
If you want if you want the back of the neck hole, then you know, and from behind it's more. It's an extra $100 from behind.
Oh, everyone likes a freak. There's always a gap in the market for a freak, and if you're someone who survived shock into the face and you got a massive hole in your head, then exploit it for what it is.
Get an OnlyFans. I swear to God, if you are completely obliterated in your head, get an OnlyFans and you'll probably be a millionaire in a year, because it's so fucking weird, and there's enough weirdos out there. And just go, look, I want $1,000 for while I stick a dildo in my mouth and it comes out the back of my head, and I'll do that for you for 5 minutes. That's what I would do.
Yeah, we could do an OnlyFans of this podcast, maybe. I'm sure we could figure out a niche.
And you know what? If we could, I would. And I'd say, 20, and we'll just do it. But you get a camera just of my fat belly lent on my flaccid little bloodless penis for the entire show.
Potato, tomato, whatever. It works. People love that shit.
Let me go through some of these. Hang on. Well, here's the thing, though. Dummy. Italy's in Europe, isn't it? So
Yeah, I was just gonna say, isn't fucking like Italy in Europe, motherfucker?
You're right, but actually, we're getting better food here now internationally.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
But he is, because how fucking crazy is, like, cuisine wise, America is obviously fucking like New
It is
York.
also with pizza, and let's go through all these comments. With pizza and stuff, the US invented their own version. Obviously, you got the Chicago deep dish. I know a little bit about pizza and New York style and stuff. So the pizza and stuff that's big there isn't really Italian pizza either. But you're getting some places, a couple of good chains here now that do it.
But every cuisine goes through a fucking a transformation, doesn't it? So it leaves the country of origin and it ends up somewhere else because of immigration, and they put their own spin on it, and they just
and in some people's mind, that's cultural appropriation. Culture is about mixing cultures and making the
Domino's
best of
pizza
right?
is not Italian fucking pizza, you know?
No, because I brought some for an Italian once and she went mad.
Yes, she did.
Yeah. I almost laughed for a second, but I don't know to maintain. It's just like, I don't know what it is. I guess I have to. Well, we both do stand up as well, so you can't just be laughing at your own jokes all the time. Although, all I want to do is lay around on the floor giggling and holding my belly, and I might do that soon. I do have it building up, but I can.
Can we do it together so I can blow on your belly while you do that? That'd be great.
Stay relatively deadpan, but now I'm thinking about laughing. I might just burst into deep dish is a shit casserole. This is what I love about the US as well, is that everyone like New York, like our pizza's the fucking best, man. And then Chicago, like
great, man. Deep dish ain't a good fucking pizza. I've had one or two that have been okay, but it's just like
I want to have one in Chicago, right? It's a different
shit.
thing to me. To me, it's not pizza. I know that's offensive as well. It's not pizza. It's something else.
Pizza,
it's something else, right?
Pie. Deep
so
dish is shit casserole, but I think he's on to something, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, the guy got away with words. He writes books, for fuck's sake.
Now, I'll be honest. I think I've mixed beer with whiskey. I think that's what I did in this glass. This was whiskey, and I've poured beer in it. That's what I've done. Oh, for this podcast is going to go on for 7 hours, and it's just going to end up with me killing myself.
Fucking is, mate.
I'll talk about Mexican food in a minute. Italy isn't. Okay, all right. So the Americans did it first. So I always forget how many American towns are named after British town, because even New York is obviously like York, and they couldn't be so different. But Boston, obviously, you hear about. But I didn't know we had a Boston. I didn't know we had a Boston in the UK.
That's up north, isn't it, in the UK?
Yeah. So until Paul Gascoigne he took over the club as manager for like 3 games about 15 years ago.
Yeah,
is like, and that's the first time I heard about that we had a Boston. It's a tiny little northern village.
Boston up north. It's not far from fucking Bolton, I think. Somewhere is
What I do want to talk about though is this kind of food, right? I'll tell you what. No woman should ever know this, but it is an absolute. Oh, jeez, that's like UFOs. Mexican food.
What was that? Go on. UFOs, but someone just popped up there.
I swear to God, I will do anything for good Mexican food. Anything.
My experience on I'm limited at best to Mexican cuisine, but what I've
oh my god,
of it is fucking outstanding. Like, I love.
Let me just dilute this whiskey with some more beer.
But Mexicano fucking food, what I've tasted, and is very little, is phenomenal.
Oh shit, it's gonna be bad tomorrow.
It's fucking. I hope so. Carl.
I am a Mexican fucking. Obviously, give me shits and stuff. I love Mexican food. There is some good stuff here now. But I love a taco, a burrito, enchilada. Let me tell you this. I went to Tucson, Arizona. Get back! Get back! I went to Tucson about 5 years ago, and I swear to God, and I now know the name of it because I'm a bit psychotic, and I went back and found it on Google Earth. I found your fucking bar where you perform. I know where you are. It was the Guadalajara Grill, and there's 2 of them, and I know which one it was. And it was phenomenal because it's cooked by the way, actual Mexicans, because you're 2 hours from the border.
Yes.
And they're renowned for table salsa, right? And this is something we don't get here. they come to your they come to your table just for the salsa, and they've got all the ingredients. So like, I won't do the accent. She looked 13 to me. How do you like your salsa? I was like, I don't know, just make it. Bit spicy, fine. And they're doing all this shit, chopping stuff, mixing it all up at the table, which is something that's so alien to me. And this stuff, this salsa that they made fresh in front of me for our food. I just had like a standard enchilada and stuff, margaritas, all that stuff. But this salsa was so good. I took it back. I stayed in this Airbnb. It's a little casita in Tucson, and I swear to God, I took a doggy bag of this stuff home because again, in Britain, it's less. You can do it, but it's less. It's less usual that you would take stuff out of the restaurant if you hadn't eaten it. But I took this box of salsa.
Wasters, this is what we are.
I took this box of salsa and put it in the fridge in this little Airbnb, and I ate that for like 4 days. Chips, tortillas, even I ordered pizza and slapped some of it on there. It was the most beautiful thing I've eaten. So yeah, that Mexican food in Arizona, man. Oh my God, that was pretty good. And actually, we all know we all know Stanhope is in here. I went to Bisbee on that trip, and here's why. I was talking to this woman, and she said, "Oh, I know Bisbee because I go there for a Halloween party every year, like the Grand. So when you come out, we'll drive down." And that was 2 hours south of Tucson, and we stayed in Bisbee for 2 nights, and it was pretty good. So I did deliver. I stayed at some freaky little. It was like the schoolhouse hotel, and it was an old school run by these old couple. So each bedroom was like a different, like a geography classroom, but they had toys from the school. It was real freaky.
That sounds really fucking.
I swear to God. And by the way, if you were 10 minutes late for breakfast, you got told off by the 70-year-old Arizonian man. Yeah, you're late. So, I'm sorry, your wife's ugly. Fucking kill yourself. You know.
Yeah, kid.
But Bisbee was a really fun town, and I did email Stanhope, and he said, "Yeah, sure, go here for dinner, go here for drinks." He was out of town, but I delivered vodka. Cool. I delivered vodka to his house. I'll get the picture next time with my fat little belly out, and got it from Safeway. But then what happened a week later? Bingo went into a coma. This is 2016. And
so shit! So that was okay.
They got delivered to their house about 2,000 bottles of vodka, right? After that, because everyone just sent them booze.
Sal from fucking Impractical Jokers like do something where he just got people to send loads of vodka or some shit.
Yeah, they literally they were giving it away there too much.
Yeah, and they had to do a podcast then asking for people to send mixers because they had too much fucking vodka or some shit.
I really don't think I'll be able to find it in here, but I went up Van Dyke Street, and they tell Bisbee is such a weird little town because obviously you hear about it from that podcast, but it is a weird little town. And we actually went into Mexico. I walked into Mexico from Bisbee into Naco, I think it is. And on the border, this is one thing I was thinking about the other day, Matt. There's a gay biker bar on the border. It's on the US side. And it's just like, yeah, okay. But they checked our passports on the US side, obviously, but on the Mexican side, they forgot. And then some guy was like, senor, like check. And we just walked into this little village in Mexico. No, there was no one there. The only thing open was a pharmacy. And apparently at the time, all the local Bisbeean old ladies would just walk into, I think it's NACO, just to go to this pharmacy because obviously the drugs, like medicine, is so cheap comparatively to what you need to pay in the US system. So it was just, there's no one there. I was in Mexico for 7 minutes and then I turned around and walked back.
Amazing.
So that's my little Mexican Bisbee story. But
what did you get from the pharmacy though?
I didn't actually go in. I just had a little nose around. There's a couple of pictures of me looking around, and very, very, very odd little one. But I'm sure
that's an experience, though. That's a fucking experience that will always stay with you, Carl, forever.
It will be, and I will have to go back to Arizona at some point because I don't know. I'm a bit weird, psychotic when it comes to traveling. I like going to new places, but also I'm really nostalgic about places I've been. And even if it's different circumstances, I want to go back and find this. There it is, right there as I look at it. Should we bring up? Okay. I know I'm just talking. This isn't really entertaining right now, but
it is.
This is This is weird. This is the table salsa from 2016.
Margarita.
The margaritas, the table salsa.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to quickly unshare something because I don't know what other pictures are in here. It's 5 years
Fucking
ago.
beautiful.
Right. Let's find some business. Oh, I went to what's the western town just near Bisbee 2 on the way down there? It's where they still have the cowboy shit. It's like a high street.
Oh, that tombstone shit.
Where the OK Corral is, right?
Yeah. That old tombstone stuff.
Tombstone. That's it. I went to
Tombstone, yeah.
Tombstone. Now they've got so Tombstone is all very much like this. It's all very can't believe I found this stuff so easily. This is Tombstone.
Class.
And it's all all the bars are very oldie worldy. There's still a population of like 600 or whatever. But then you see some cowboy dude get off with a big Slurpee and an iPhone, and it's like, the aesthetic's gone a little bit.
You fucking ruined it, Brokeback Cowboy guy. With your iPhone.
Humor, Matt. That sounds interesting. No, we literally stopped in here because it was between Tucson and Bisbee. But yeah, go to the graveyard and stuff and find all the old little stories of all the proper, old school.
That's a
like
road
Duck
trip
holiday there and stuff. So yeah. Well, this was a 2-hour drive, but it was the lavender mines. Okay, all right. I'm going to show you my weird little skinny fat tits. This is me in Mexico. Oh no, hang on.
Titties.
Yeah, this is just me just walking to Mexico.
That'll do.
2016, isn't it? Somewhere in Mexico.
Somewhere in Mexico.
We might as well try and find. I went to the Shady Dell and had a look around. The guy showed us around.
Yeah.
But we were going to stay there as well. But he, I don't know. I think we didn't have time or some shit. Oh God, look at me in my little shorts. I tried to go hiking in Tucson, and the desert air was so fucked for me that I lasted 20 minutes, and it really fucked with my head because we don't get 35 degrees, which is the same as LA. This is the theatre where Stanhope filmed There's No Place Like Home.
Oh, yeah, the Royale.
Bisbee Royale, and there's a massive fly out the front. It's like a 20-foot fly, which is odd.
It attracts shit.
But what a weird little artist community. But I think it's a type of place where there could be a bit of trouble as well every now and then. I think it's kind of peaceful, kind of nice. I can't find the I can't find the photo of me dropping off the vodka here. But none of this matters. This is me looking at old photo albums now.
You fucking spoke to Stanhope via email. You dropped a bottle of vodka off at his house because that's what fans do.
And sent him a thank you card. So what I said, I pirated his special. I stole it, and I said,
as you do.
I said, I've stolen your special. I'm not paying for it, but I'll get you some booze if you want. And he said, yeah, drop it off.
Class.
So that was 2016, 5 years ago, and I haven't been to the US since, but I will be returning in 2022. That's a little I'll make it my mission somewhere, probably in the fall, man. Like September, October, I would think.
And the fall.
We'll see what happens. And then we'll see what happens. So Tombstone is Disney. Yeah, I got that impression. But for me it's like, well, you see the movie, the all artistic license improved. But it's just it's on the way, and it's something. Yeah, you get that feeling, right? Especially you've got these old saloons, and you go in, and there's a 20-inch HD screen showing sports. Fuck me! So I was just nearly sick on the microphone. I'm drinking whiskey beer.
Reflex.
So I get the impression. But you know what? I quite like the one thing I did like was the graveyard. I don't know. I assume that's real. I assume it's touristy as well, and I had no idea it had a population. I think it's like 300 or something. But of course, humor. I know what humor is now. Of course, I like that kind of shit. Just pop in there, have a little look. It's very different for me. And I had a nice burger and a beer in that saloon with the sports bar. So that was traditional as well. I had a nice little jalapeno burger.
Sweet, cool. That's what you need. Every old school country and country or fucking wild west town needs a sports bar. Let
me tell you about my little trip to LA, because the only reason I went to LA was because it was cheaper for me to go to LA, fly to Tucson, back to LA, and back to London than it was to go direct.
Yeah.
So I stayed in LA. Obviously, did the Comedy Store and all that stuff. But my first night, I went down to Venice Beach thinking, I'll go down the beach at night because there are probably loads of stuff open on the front. It's probably really nice, you know? You're like a beach town. There's probably some bars. I got round to the beach from where I was staying, and there was nothing open. It was dark. And I was like, I'll walk along here a bit. And then what I would describe as a 7-foot, I don't know if you guys have been to LA out there. You get to Venice Beach where the Muscle Beaches turn right, but it's dark. I've already gone through some heart attacks because I've gone to my Airbnb and no one's home. And I thought I was going to get shot. I just had this weird little thing. But then a 7-foot homeless man popped out behind me. And I swear to God, he was 7 feet tall. I swear to God, he was 7 feet tall. He had no top, the tightest denim shorts you've ever seen, halfway down to his knees. I mean, tight, right? Massive, dirty though, like covered in like dirt. That's how I thought. I assumed he was homeless and not like a fucking piece of art, modern art. And he started screaming at me like, "Fuck you!" And so I'm just at Venice Beach at 10 p.m. I've landed at LAX an hour before.
Yeah.
Gone to my Airbnb, gone down the beach. So I'll go and have a nice little beer down the beach. I'm getting chased now. He starts running. He is massive. And I'm just terrified. I'm like, I'm going to die. But you know, when you get that thing, it's like, either I could try and fight, but he's massive, right? And I mean, he might have a gun. I'm in LA, I don't know. I could try and run. I could try and run, but you know what? I kind of I can't want to keep looking cool for a while, and I'm a man, right? Man by name and nature, right? I'm not fucking running, you 7-foot pussy. Or I can like confront him and go, "What's up?" You know, try and talk him down. And all this is like flittering through your head, and it's probably 4 or 5 seconds. I'm like, "Fuck me," and I'm strolling. I'm casually strolling, and he's getting closer. And I look behind, and he tries to. There's a bin, like a trash can. And he's trying to rip that out of the ground, like off the bolts, to like the end of One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest, like to throw at me. He's like, "Fuck you, man!" Luckily, this security guy comes out of nowhere. I don't think it was a cop. I think it was private security. He came out of nowhere and like put his hand on the guy's chest and was saying something to him. And I was like, "All right, okay, that's over." I looked to my right, sort of the beach is to my left, the ocean is to my left, and the to my right, and there's this little alcove, little cut in. And there's about 13 kids. And I'm going to say it, guys. And I think you know what I'm talking about. And I'm not being out of control. They look like they were in The Wire. All right? That's all it looked like a scene out of The Wire. And I looked and I'm like, I didn't feel comfortable. So you know what I did then? I fucking ran.
You ran like a man.
Now I run from children. I run from children on bikes, right? All these emotions are going around my mind. I run from children on bikes.
Yeah. Brilliant.
And so some people go, "Well, that's racist." Well, you know, you understand the whole. I thought I was going to get shot. Then the homeless guy. Then the Wire extras, and I'm like, I'm running down Venice Beach. There's nowhere to go. It's dark. And now I'm convinced they're chasing me. I'm like, "Fuck me!" This is my first night, and I'm looking right, and it's all dead ends, alleyways, and all these scenes going. I'm going to get caught down there. I take this random right that looks like a street. My heart's going, and I swear to God, I find an English craft beer pub called the Bank of England.
Holy fuck! 2
or 3 stores up. The only thing that's open. I run in there, and then I stay in there for 4 hours and drink before I get a Uber to the Comedy Store. And that's my first night in LA. I thought I'd just share that with you.
Fucking class. That's brilliant. Your first night in LA was your first night in LA. Nice.
It was, but I did enjoy it. But yeah, that first night will always stick with me. The amount of emotion, because obviously I don't want to feel like a pussy, right? I don't feel like a pussy.
Yeah.
But then I'm in a different country. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, when I left the Comedy Store, I was on the Comedy Store Wi-Fi. I had no international data, right? So just on the Comedy Store Wi-Fi. Trying to get an Uber back at 3 a.m. or whatever it was when it finished. Tony Hinchcliffe comes out behind me and sees me, because it's just comics and me on that patio bar, and he's like, "Who's that weird guy?" And like to whoever, and I was like, now I feel extra awkward, and I can't get an Uber because guess what? The Comedy Store turned their Wi-Fi off. I've got no international data. I'm like, it's 3 a.m. By the way, LA is quite big.
LA's a little big. It's pretty.
The Ubers were like $20 to get across town, but it's still 20 miles or something. It's big.
Yeah.
So I'm fucked. And then I say a yellow cab, right? And I go over the road. There's one yellow cab. First of all, he looks offended that I'm up. Could you take me to Venice? And he looks at me. He's this old foreign guy. He's 65. I say foreign. I would guess like it's hard to place, but maybe like not Kazakhstan, but that way, a stan, I think, but not like Pakistan or India. And he's like, he's on he's on the phone to his mate and just ignoring me. And I'm like, no, dude, I want a taxi. I'm getting like it's 3 a.m. I want to go back. You're a taxi. Can I get you? Finally lets me in and he drives me. But then he starts, because I'd only been to the apartment once on the corner of Lincoln and Venice. I knew roughly about that junction, but I didn't know where it was. I didn't have data for my Google map. And he went past and I'm like, no, is this one? But then he pretended to not understand me. And I'm saying, no, can we go back? That's the only thing I recognize. And he's like, Venice, down here. And I was like, no, that way though, not near the beach, that way. And he's going up and down and round. And the meter, it's a cab, the meter's going up and up. I'm like, you fucking motherfucker, I'm on a budget. Yeah. It's my first night. Finally, it's $100 cab, right?
Fuck, man.
After that, I found Ubers that were $20, $25. And I can tip them, and it's fine, all good. But this motherfucker charged me $100. But again, because I'm in a strange country and I'm in LA, and I'm like, he could have a gun. Do you know what I mean? It's like I can't.
With your belt.
I wanted to tell him to go fuck himself, and maybe even give him a little slap as well.
That's what I wanted. They're highly likely to have a gun, as we've established.
You know what? I was like, all right. So I got the cash out. I was so fucking mad. I gave it to him and just said, "There's your money. But you are incredibly shit at your job, you piece of fucking shit." Whatever I said to him, I just gave it to him verbally as well. So you're a piece of fucking shit, dude. And he was pretending to not know how his sat-nav worked. I got sat-nav. Okay, put it on. I don't know. Can you use sat-nav for me? You use sat-nav? I'm like, no, that's your job. You're a cab. So clearly he was ripping me off, right?
Yeah.
But
I was a bit concerned. Like a tourist and
I gave him the money, but I fucking
bandage like a.
I did tell him. Go fuck yourself. But after that, I found Uber, and that was the first time I'd used Uber because it wasn't even big in the UK then. And to be honest, $20, $25 to get Venice to Hollywood every night.
Fuck me.
I'll take it all day long. And I met, it was unlicensed at the time as well, so they didn't have to have checks like they do here. So it's just these crazy fucking people driving Ubers. There was this African American young lady that drove me one night. It was fantastic. We drove somewhere, and she looked to my right and went, I'm going to do the voice. Fuck it. Pumpkin patch. Pumpkin patch. Fuck it, right? I'll do it. That's what she sounded like. And she was so excited about this pumpkin patch. It was going to take her daughter to. She was offering me food. She said, have you been to an In-N-Out? I was like, no, I just want to go to the Comedy Store. She's like, you need an In-N-Out. She was trying to take me for food like the whole time. I was like,
fuck, bitch.
No, I would.
Store, bitch.
Yeah, I just want to go out and drink whiskey and watch comedy. But anyway. That's my experience in LA, and I can't wait to go back. I will be when I come out. I'll be going to New York, and I might. You never know. I might run into the dog somewhere. If I come out his way, I'll go to LA, and then I'll zip around somewhere random. That's my plan. Because I've got a friend actually. The Airbnb that I got in Venice, I slept on her couch, right? And she's lived there too. But then we just become friends. She's like a bit older, but she's a bit crazy. She's a bit crazy. She might be a QAnon, I don't know. But she's actually very friendly to me, very nice.
You think QAnon are crazy?
Well, you forget most of California are crazy gun-owning maniacs, and LA is like a little blue area, and San Diego and stuff. But most of it is just these crazy little towns, and I think she's from one of them. But she lives in LA. Yeah. She actually does finance for... is it the Lakers? One of the basketball teams in LA. She does accounting for them. So she knows all the basketball players. And her job is to say, do not buy this bitch a ring. Don't buy her a car. She'd say, no, this one's no good. Don't spend money. She's a financial advisor, basically, for one of these basketball teams.
Nice. She's on a fucking good crust then.
Yeah, she does pretty well. But it's random. We just stayed. Actually, that's before I started doing comedy, I think. And I was talking about the Comedy Store and I was really excited. And she was like, so when are you starting comedy, man? And I hadn't really told anyone. So how do you know?
Yeah.
So she's one of the first persons that talks about.
What do you know, bitch?
Yeah, it just turned into Dice Clay now. And Dice Clay. Whoa! Hickory dickory dog.
You fucking cab driving Cunt.
I could have sucked that 7-foot homeless dude's cock.
I would have shoved that bin up his fucking ass.
There we go. All it took was 1 hour 34. Me to drink a glass of whiskey beer, and now we're just talking about sucking homeless dick in
Yes.
Los
Why not?
Angeles. The city of
Nice.
angels, and angels have wings, so they can't wear bras, so the tits are always out.
I want to go. I really want to go. I gotta go. I have to go. It's
Jamie, we said if 2023 is your year, I'll go again.
yes.
We'll go and see Doug, and we'll go to LA again.
Yeah.
And we'll eat edibles and sit on the beach and think about
We'll
killing
do it.
ourselves.
We'll fucking do it. Can we got time for a pee? A pee and a refill?
You go and pee, and I'll take care of business. I might as well piss in the same glass that I've got. I can taste the whiskey in it.
That's right.
What was I doing? It's because I got distracted. It's probably because I was looking at comments about colon and stuff. DC. Are you in DC, Ken? I got to mute Jamie. I don't know what's going on there. He needs headphones as well, by the way. He's getting into a domestic, but then they can hear me talking about them. So, Jamie's wife, Keely. Sorry, if it's this that's upsetting the home situation, I'm sorry. Good. They can hear me. Jamie, you need fucking headphones, man. Let me unmute you. Hang on.
Messaging the kids on a little family WhatsApp group saying, "Oh, can you get the dog some food? Can you do this, that, other?" Great. In the background.
And
this is Keely's reply.
Oh, she's on.
The fuck are you then? Fuck me. Leave the kids be, will you?
Right. Okay. I didn't realize. I thought she was actually there. So let's send Keely a message.
She's in work. Yeah. So we got obviously a little WhatsApp family group, me, Keely, and the kids, same WhatsApp group. So I've been on there saying, "No, can you let the dog in? Because I can hear him scratching the door. Can you feed him? Can you do this?" And she's like, in work, listen. She's like, "What the fuck, you lazy cunt?" And I'm like, "I'm on a podcast, biash."
Oh yeah, she should be tuning into this.
She should be. Fuck work. She should be tuning in, biatch.
Forward this to her. Hi, Keely. Hey. Thanks for mentioning Jamie. Can you just listen to the podcast and subscribe, please, so we get more action, more interest? That's all we want from you. If anything, all right. Bye. Who knows?
I'll send it to her now. Carl, do you ever feel it's like when we podcast, it's usually a case whereby Keely's in work. Do you feel like you are co-parenting sometimes with me?
No, because I just say, well, yeah, in a way, because I just say hit the kids, fucking ignore them. They shouldn't be asking you for that at this age. Cook your own pasta. When I was eight, I didn't eat pasta, but I made my own beans and cheese on toast. Beans on toast, cheese on toast, soup.
I like it. This is your reply. I got to.
Hi, Keely. Hey, thanks for mentioning Jamie. Can you just listen to the podcast and subscribe, please, so we get more action, more interest? That's all we want from you, right?
Only met her twice.
This is what we do. We forward, and then Carl takes the rap.
And then it's like a new sub podcast going on in the real internet, and then coming back onto the podcast. I think that'll be exciting. I think
From Carl.
Well. It is
live.
Deep. Oh, sorry. Si, senor. We got to catch up with this chat a bit better.
Let me pee and get a drink, and I'll be right back.
Go for it. Could you bring me one that's not whiskey in my beer?
I can.
Yeah, so DC is somewhere I want to go. I tell you why I want to go to DC, Ken, is because just from being a fan of films like Enemy of the State and shows like The X-Files, I want to hang around the lake and the monument and stuff and just meet a man in a raincoat and go, you check the fucking files. I want to do that sort of stuff. And just, there's the National Archives there, might go have a look around there, and then maybe masturbate in the park. What? Yeah, no, I want to go to DC as well. I hear it's something different. So I could try and put that on the same thing. This US trip for next year is completely unplanned. I'm going to South America, hopefully in February or March. So that'll be whatever. But I've got plenty of leave, and I think that's even next year. So I can do that, and I can plan it. So I could technically go to DC as well. It's pretty close, right on the East Coast. So I just need to plan it and get the time. So it might be one of those things where I could go there for 2 days or a couple of days. I would probably do a few days in New York, a few days in LA, maybe go somewhere random. Maybe drive to Vegas from LA and back. That might be interesting. Try not to get shot. I just want to do some random stuff. So it depends how much time I've got, what I want to do. Obviously, I want to do some comedy while I'm out there as well. So that's mainly what New York and LA are about. But it'd be good to go up to DC as well. Or down. Is it down? It's down, isn't it? Always shit. Although I'm quite often Google Earth in the Pentagon over the way there. So because I'm weird like that. And the Pentagon with the Pentagon. Careful, the Pentagon doesn't come and get you or what? Because you're a shape. You're a shape, bro. You're a shape. Oh, watch out! The dodecahedrons come in. Obviously they are quite powerful though, and can order drone strikes in 5 minutes. So wouldn't mess with them. I am joking, of course, but so Ken, if you're FBI, do you I don't know what you do. I don't know why I'm talking to you. Come on if you want. Who knows? We should get you on one day. That is interesting. What's the best thing to do in DC that isn't obviously I'm going to go and see all the bullshit, right? I'm going to go look at the White House and the Capitol and the fucking where the pretend fake siege was, and look at the monument and pretend I'm in the X-Files. What's the best thing to do in DC that isn't obviously tourist stuff? That's what I mean. Yeah, retired. I'm still drinking whiskey. I've got to finish this whiskey beer to have some beer before I can go and get some more. But do you know what? I found my beer glass and I poured the other half of the can into the whiskey, and that's what happened. For fuck's sake! Not only is this hangover going to be terrible tomorrow, I'm probably going to threaten to kill Biden. I don't know, and I've got to drink it, right? Because I'm not tipping it away, so I'm gonna have to do it. What's the best thing to do in DC that isn't massively touristic? Like, I'll do all that shit. I'll go and see all that shit in a day, right? What am I doing on the second day or at night? Because I'll probably find some sort of random bar as well and drink myself to death on my own. Food. What's the food? I guess it's going to have all kinds of food. So I don't know. Yeah, of course. And I'm unfortunately a tourist, and I'm going to want to do. I actually like when I go to places, like when I go to Brazil, I will go to some tourist places because they've got an emotional connection to me, but I'll always go and see that shit. But I also want to go wherever as well. But if I've only got 2 or 3 days, maybe I can't. Maybe I can for a day or so go out of town or whatever. Suburbs or the outskirts or whatever you call it, or whatever's going on. I don't know anything about it really. Don't know anything about the city. All we know about the city is the centre, right? So I'm sure it's the only thing you guys hear about London as well. It's like the political centre and all the key areas. But yeah, running from a 7-foot homeless guy could be my thing. It could be what I do. Just running from a variously heighted, bigger than me. Because if he's shorter than me, to be honest, he can go fuck himself unless he's got a knife. Although there was a spate of homeless people just tipping shit on people. Did you hear about that a couple of years ago?
I want to know more.
They were. I love the way we segue. There was like one guy was walking into a university library and tipping shit on students, and he did it like 5 times and didn't get caught. I don't know if he eventually got caught, but he did it loads of times and they never caught him. But he had such a big bag of shit. They were thinking he must have worked at like a sanitation plant or something, because he couldn't produce it all himself. It'd be weird to collect it, right? And then there was another in LA in like Skid Row, and so the Skid Row is now Hollywood. Is now Skid Row as well, like Hollywood Boulevard. It's all fucked. But somewhere around the area, some homeless guy tipped a vat of boiling hot shit on some woman that just walked past, some businesswoman.
I like him.
But then there's the question: how did he get it warm? Like it wasn't just a cup, like he just shit it out, so it's warm. It was a vat of warm shit. So was he like cooking it over one of those bins in LA?
Hobo bin.
Just boiling it up.
Yeah, I like him. A slight detour off that one. Keely replied back. She said, "Pipe down. I'm a key worker, bitch."
All right. My opinion on key work. I never gave a shit during COVID. By the way, Pat, all the hospitals are being overwhelmed, are they? Why are the paramedics and nurses constantly doing TikTok dances then? Right? Oh, I'm overwhelmed with the COVID. That's all I saw during the pandemic. Next.
Yeah. Next. Please hold.
Homeless. Oh yeah, I've got to write this down.
Good,
See,
that's
when
a
I
good
wake
tip.
up tomorrow, my notes are massive squirting vag, homeless, and shit boiled in a vat.
Yeah, all these
Those are
things
my
just make
notes.
me like really want to come. But
And
yeah,
I'm drinking whiskey beer. So,
yeah.
guy, yeah. So, how do you think, you two guys listening? How do you think that homeless person made that shit warm? Was it on one of those bin fires that you see in a movie, like Escape from LA, or was it? I don't know. Just left out on a tarpaulin and heated in the LA sun at like 50 degrees
Oh,
on a summer day.
nice.
What do you think? I think that's the kind of stuff I like to think about.
Yeah.
You know, I just like to muse on how did he warm it. Before
Definitely.
we
LA heat. You talk. That's it gets very hot, doesn't it? In fucking.
So from our
LA
point, we have different heat shit, but I think from our point of view, when I was there, it was 35 in October.
degrees. Yeah.
So from there, I think it's like 6. I don't know. I forget the conversion now because we used to
Fahrenheit. Yes. Yeah.
we used to have Fahrenheit here, but now we converted to Celsius. So okay, 35. Let's learn something. 35 degrees in Fahrenheit. But in October, it was like 95 Fahrenheit. So yeah, because when I was a kid, we used to talk in like, oh, we're in our 90s or whatever. So it's 95 in October.
I just Alexa that bitch.
And then, but I'm sure in like July, it's fucking 105 sometimes.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Like someone's dirty, homeless, acrid shit boiled up and then poured over you. Amazing.
Down in the rest of that whiskey beer. I can't believe I had whiskey beer.
I
For
can.
fuck's sake.
Squeal, squeal.
Oh my God.
King pig, boy.
I say that now. In about 2 hours, we'll stop this podcast and I'll try and go out. I'll try and go out on my own.
Yeah.
I'll go over the rocking chair. It's only over the road. I go, can I come in? And then they've got one customer.
Yeah. Because you just turned them all away from your vulgar style of stand-up comedy. I've what's the time? 9 o'clock. I got another half hour in me before I got to get some food going.
Half hour, smart hour. Maybe Matt should come on after that, or I can get another comic on. Yeah, you're right, because you're on the East Coast, mate. You actually get seasons, right, that are real, and you get snow and shit. I like warm weather, and I like South America. You know, and I've had 40 degree. I like 30, 32. If we go above that, which is like, I guess, probably 85 or something, if we start going above that, it starts to get bad. And I like it to see it and could kind of feel it. But if I'm in the shade or air, you know, I'm hiding a little bit. But what I will say about that, because it was 35, 95 for you guys in LA, and it was the same temperature in Tucson. But it was just so different. It was so dry, and because in LA, a lot of the time you've got the sea breeze coming in, not in Hollywood, but you've got by Venice and stuff. You've got the breeze. In Arizona, there's nothing, and there's no water. You know, it's the furthest from water I've ever been, I think, which is insane because it's bigger than the UK. The distance between there, and then we tried to go to a hike in those awesome cacti. The Sonoran cacti, these massive things, and I lasted 20 minutes and I had a headache like a pussy. So it's completely different. I did hike up Runyon Canyon in LA, and it was tough because I had a hangover. And then I saw Robert Downey Jr. in a supermarket in Ralph's.
As you do.
It's called Rock and Roll Ralph's because it's near. I think a lot of rock stars used to go there. Ralph's is a supermarket out there, but this was Rock and Roll Ralph's, Guns N' Roses and stuff or whatever going there. But it's at the intersection of Hollywood by the Hill. So I guess they come over from the studios, and that's the nearest supermarket. So apparently, got a lot of famous people. Yeah. I was so hungover, I was sweating up this canyon, and I went in there for beers to level off at 5 p.m. before going to a dive bar. And I looked to my left, and there was this guy that looked strangely like Robert Downey Jr., but I didn't realize how short he was. So I looked at him, and I was like, "Can't be." But he was smart. He was like grinning, like he'd seen that I recognized him. He was like bouncing up and like grinning. It's this weird little.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I just grabbed these 4 Stellas and went to pay. And then later I said to my friend Anella, I was like, how how tall's Robert Downey Jr.? She's like, 5'19", whatever it is, 5'8". I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I saw him.
I saw him.
in there.
Yeah. A little chuckle because he knew you saw him, and he was a bit like you didn't go over there to try and suck his dick or anything at all. He
You
was
saw
just
me.
like,
I was just looking because I was hungover and confused. Yeah, but I probably wouldn't have even done that if I'd have known it was him. I'd be going, right, dude, I am cool. Walk off. But
sweet. Yeah.
I'm not going to lose
Nice.
my mind about it. But...
I like your style.
Now, if it was in his Coke years, I would have gone over and go, hey, Rob. Hey, Bob. Hey, Barbie. Where's the party?
Do you want to do a bump?
Let's go to a dive bar and get fucked up. And,
let's go and do a bump in Ralph's toilet. And
I'll wake up with a member of the trans community.
Yeah. Everyone's a winner, baby.
Again.
And that's the truth.
Hot chocolate, right?
Yeah, something like that. I know that's the
Everyone's a winner, baby.
Hot chocolate. We still talking about the hot shit that was thrown over that bitch in Ellie? Was that
and we mean bitch with all due respect as well. I mean, sure, it was a very painful time. No, I don't respect her at all. If you're no, I do. But how warm was it? Was it 3rd degree burn? Did she get shit burns? I don't know.
See, it just going through my mind. I'm just thinking, how hot can shit get? Probably boiling temperature, like water, maybe. It'd be interesting to fucking know. 3 degrees
warm
of
shit,
acrid
warm
shit.
Warm shit. Yeah, here we go. I've got it. 6th of November 2019. No, I wasn't lying. What's going on? A bucket of hot diarrhea was randomly poured on a woman by a homeless man. The quote is, "It was liquid, hot liquid."
Yeah,
I was soaked. Oh my god, it's sexy, isn't it? It was liquid,
yeah,
hot liquid. I was soaked.
People pay,
and
for
it was
this
coming
stuff.
off my eyelashes into my eyes. You whore.
Yeah, you fucking whore. People pay for this shit, Carl. This was free. Ungrateful swine. I like it.
Paramedics who came to treat me said there was so much of it on me that it looked like a man was saving it up for a month.
You probably was.
It was all inside my car. He just kept pouring it, and it's splattering all over me. That is so hot. She better be hot as well. PTSD, poop TSD.
She was fat in a wheelchair.
Oh, the guy's mentally ill, is he? That's a surprise.
Yeah. Why else would he do that?
Security footage.
Lost the footage.
Okay. If I can ever find that footage, that's great. But yeah, no, I'm only joking. Don't hope that you were hurt or anything in that incident.
Not hurt, just dignity was damaged a bit, maybe.
Oh, dude, it must have been scary. But hot, warm, and apparently he just kept pouring and pouring. So it wasn't like it was a real prolonged assault.
Yeah, just
like shit being poured onto you.
AIDS diarrhea was just poured on her burning skin.
Matt Napo, thank you very much for hanging out. We will, I'll be in touch and we'll organise coming on the dog again. And thanks very much.
Bye, Matt.
I'll see you for coffee tomorrow, maybe. All right.
Yeah, I'll see you for coffee tomorrow, dog. Who knows? We salute you.
Sail on.
Love the dog. Hell yes.
We might just sit and drink and not talk into the mics for the last half hour or so.
Yes. I think I've gone until about 9:30.
Yeah,
I'm going to go prep some food
and
for the key worker to come home. Which
can't you train the kids? Can't you train the kids to do that?
Yeah, my Minnie's pretty good. She can do like the beta. She's 14, so she can boil pasta. Evidently, that's not the case because she really fucked up. But she baby. No, not. But we got good steak. We got some good steak. I don't want to be.
Okay. You don't want that to be fucked with. Yeah.
I got to do some fucking good potatoes. I got to get them boiled. I got to get them fucking seasoned. I got to get them buttered. I got to get them in the oven. Got a nice bit of steak as well.
I'm in one of those. Obviously, I didn't expect the podcast tonight. We've had 2 hours of it, but I'm in one of those. I never want to end it moods today.
Yeah,
we've got.
No, I feel the same too. I can maybe stretch over the 9:30 mark.
Ultimately, if you get the oil really hot before how are you cooking the steak? Frying it or grilling it or?
I was saying I'm gonna fry it off. What I might do, I might put it in the oven for about 10 minutes with the potatoes after they've parboiled, just to like give them a little bit of extra.
So you after frying, you bake.
Yeah, I don't usually do that, but tonight I was thinking I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fucking fry them off like a minute each side.
Yeah,
And then
I cook a good steak, but at the moment I've got a shit cooker, and there's something not quite right about it. I can get it. It has to be spot on to the few seconds, but yeah. So sometimes I can get a real good steak going, perfect, medium rare, like perfect.
Perfection. Yeah, I always take the fucking Anthony Bourdain how to cook a steak thing, which is just fucking chuck on a pan, a few minutes each side and done. Don't do nothing with it. But I might chuck in the oven tonight while the potatoes are browning off.
Can you entertain people for 15 seconds?
I can, mate. Yeah. Should we
ask Ken a question and get him to answer it?
Ask her, how do you cook your steak, you motherfuckers? Ted Bundy like the fucking steak. Ed Gein, how do you reckon Ed Gein like this steak? Because bearing in mind, this motherfucker allegedly performed in a bit of cannibalism. So how would Ed Gein cook a fucking steak? How would Ed Gein fry up his dead neighbor's thigh?
I've also got to pee.
Would he oven cook it, or would he fucking chuck in the frying pan? Who knows? Who cares? Because none of Ed Gein's victims had hot, liquid, acrid shit poured on them from a great fucking height. So you could argue the case Ed Gein's victims are probably more better off than that poor bitch in fucking Los Angeles. Ugh, imagine her fucking AIDS-riddled fucking shit skin tar burns. Ugh. Fucking disgusting. I don't know. However, she should get OnlyFans and do that live stream shit because make a bit of money off that bollocks. Motherfuckers. Carl's going for a speaking of shit, Carl's just gonna take a nice big poo now. Bloody poo, no doubt. And he's gonna blame it on the excess wiping and the skin's blistering away. So that's what the red bloody residue is on the tissue, but it's not really. Probably prostate cancer. And he's just in denial. He's in a mass state of denial where he's just saying it's the skin on my ass is raw where I've been wiping. It ain't. It's the fucking shit cancer. Poor guy. Poor motherfuckers. What's your thoughts on key workers, guys? Is Carl right, though? Were they that inundated with people dying in the big sea that they had to do TikTok videos in between? Is Carl right? Is he wrong? Were they doing it for a bit of office morale? Or were they just doing it because they had fucking plenty of time on their hands? This is not a COVID conspiracy fucking question. It's just a question in general, which Carl started. I'm carrying on the question. That's fucking that. So if anyone wants to come back with any shit, it's Carl's podcast. Nothing to do with me. I'm just basically passing the fucking message of the Messiah, which is Carl. His podcast. Job done. Arse bleeding. That's what we were just discussing that.
It might be the end. It might be the end. This might be like the night I just diagnosed myself with colon cancer.
Yeah.
I think it's YPs.
Yeah, that's why we just said that. You think it's white. That's denial.
I know, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. I promise I'll keep an eye on it because in the past, these fucking headphones piss me off. In the past, I wouldn't have kept an eye on it. So at least now I'll try and do that. Oh God, it's a bit. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good, guys. It ain't good.
Do you want to hear Keely's latest voice message?
Yeah.
Live.
You didn't tell her I hate the NHS, did you?
No. She doesn't work for the NHS anyway. She works for a private care company.
Oh, so it's fake then.
This is her latest message.
This day can do one. It's like the fucking afternoon from hell. I've got at least another hour's work on me. I'm fuming.
Nice. Maybe the podcast can go on longer, Carl. Who knows?
I think it should. Key worker is what people say when they want to feel like they're special. Like during COVID, if you worked in a supermarket, you're a key worker. If you're in work for NHS, you're a key worker. And all they wanted was free coffee, pizza, and concerts at the end of the day.
And they jumped the front of the queue while they were waiting outside Asda's.
I know, unbelievable. Do you know what? Give me 1 second again.
Bastards. Sorry. That's what they were. I just saw a pop up from Ken, but I got no control of this fucking podcast. That's all fucking Carl's fucking area of expertise. I see pop ups, they disappear. I know nothing. Like Epstein, I plead the fifth. He's going to wipe his blood shitty ass yet again. The fucking swine. I can see a shadow in the background. You look like one of Epstein's masseuses.
Heard Epstein.
Yeah, you look like one of his masseuses in the background then.
Here's
There's a shadow in the back.
my problem is, not that it's that important, but I have lost my phone in that last 2 minutes, and there isn't many places where I could
You
put
want to
it.
give it a ring?
Yeah, go on.
Go on.
I have to take these headphones out again. This isn't entertaining for Ken anymore, is it? I hope you're doing something more interesting.
He's probably working on another novel. I'm ringing you. You're ringing.
I bet I'm on fucking silent.
He can't find his phone, motherfuckers. Your call is important to us. Please hold while we try to connect you. Carl, can you find your phone?
It's fine. It'll turn up. Everywhere I've been, it's not.
Find it. You get it?
No, everywhere I've been, it's not. It doesn't really matter because we're in a podcast. But the thing is, I'm going to start getting autistic soon and start going, oh.
Where's my phone?
Well, I was trying to set up some post-podcast drinks as well. That won't happen. But, yeah, you know, it's fine. So, what's going on?
Fuck all, mate.
What have we... Yeah,
Locksmith.
Fisher's probably, yeah. It's just that I don't want to...
Of the anal type.
Let's do a whole episode about it at some point. VR golf, how is that? Because I've heard VR, I'm kind of interested in technology, but VR and AR are going to start. I think AR a lot more recently, but a lot more in the future. But VR, I might start getting into that next year. Now, obviously, let's all be honest, guys. We're all boys here. We heard some things about VR porn.
Yeah.
Heard some things.
Good stuff. Yeah.
The only thing is, so Luis Gomez was saying that he had a VR headset and he was really getting a virtual porn, but it's like, then he's got to give the headset to his kid to play games with, and he's like, has he got jizz on the headset? And
yeah,
what's going on?
Holy fuck! Nice.
But I tell you what really interests me on the main Oculus, on the Quest. I don't tell too many people this, but many years ago, I did a job involved in vision science, right? And I got to test an Oculus Drift, I think, the main thing before it come out. And it's just one of those things where you balance on you put it on and you balance on a beam, and there's a massive chasm below you, almost like a Star Wars set.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, it starts to feel real. It starts to feel shit. You're actually on this thing, and then they pull the thing away, so it looks like you're gonna fall, and you genuinely had like
anxiety from the
real, real adrenaline rush. And but what I want to try on that is Google Earth. Weirdly, right? Because like I said, I found Matt's venue the other night. I love fucking looking at a picture and finding it on Google Earth. I'm nuts.
Yeah.
Somewhere on the spectrum, probably. But
same.
The VR Google Earth is like you can almost like fly through the planet and drag to your town, like just zoom around. And I think that would make me feel pretty good. I think it's on the main Oculus, the one you have to have a PC for. And then there's the Quest, which is mobile. Which isn't quite as powerful, but it's mobile. It's completely mobile. And I guess, as things develop in the next few years, you'll have a really powerful thing that's mobile. So you haven't got the wires and all that stuff, so you can sort of roam around. So I think, I would love to try a bit of VR now, because it's many years later, and I hear nothing but good things about it. Unless you were joking about VR golf and you think everyone that's VR is
I think he's fucking serious, because he's posted a couple of things with him playing his VR little toy. Did you see
My
the
phone's
program?
under my notepad. My phone is under my
There
notepad.
it is,
right here.
you stupid fucking cunt, you motherfucker.
An equal amount of blueberries in the fucking
I like
muffin.
him. So, speaking of VR, did you see the Ronnie O'Sullivan program a couple of years ago called American Hustle, where Ronnie O'Sullivan, the for the Americans, the English snooker player, went to America, and he played pool with some American legends. Earl Strickland was one of them as well. But Ronnie O'Sullivan tried out a VR headset playing pool in the States, and he had the headset on, and he fucking fell over because he said, I honestly thought I was leaning on a table.
Rocket
And
Ronnie
he fucking fell.
The thing is, I keep thinking I'm a snooker fan, but I haven't really watched it for 20 years. But for about 5 years back then, I was the biggest Rocket fan. But I loved all Higgins and Rocket and all that stuff.
I love watching snooker when it's on. It's fucking.
Can you believe? Yeah, but I always miss it. It's not in my. I need to go right. The World Championships are here.
Psyche, but you watch it when it's on.
Do you know what?
I love it.
Do you know what? I'd love to go to Sheffield
Not a massive
one day.
fan, but it's fucking great to watch.
I'd love to go to Sheffield one day and watch it for a day and have beers and just fucking.
Yeah.
But when that professional pool stuff is crazy, but O'Sullivan, he's still playing today, and he was world champion like 24 years ago. He is, because when I was a kid, it was like Steve Davis, Stephen Hendry, Hendry was coming through. But Rocket, also, he doesn't like snooker a lot of the time. He gets depressed. And even when he gets to 147, sometimes he's like, oh, it's fucking.
Let's go and sniff some coke back in his day. That's when he was good, though, when he was on his big binges. He was like the rock and roll star of fucking snooker. Alex Higgins was the original rock and roll star of fucking snooker. But he
was, but I'm sure that's less and less now. But he's a legend, O'Sullivan. Though he's a genius, though. Do you know what I mean? He's a mad genius with it. He's so good.
But
he's not. He goes up and down, but he's always up there.
Yeah.
But sometimes he just doesn't give a fuck, and he'll say the things he says in interviews. Like a couple of years ago, he goes, some of these professionals today, or they're not even they're not even amateurs, are they? Some of this lot.
Yeah.
So he's really just. I love the shit talking. It's going. You don't even know what, because he was upset when he was a kid. The likes of him and Hendry would play 10, 12 hours a day when they're 12.
Yeah.
All day. They just play snooker. That's
all day, every day. Yeah.
To be genius, right?
They put the fucking groundwork in, just constantly fucking down the snooker hole, just fucking flat out going for hell for fucking leather all day, every day.
Madness. And by the way, I used to be quite a good pool, not a professional pool player, and it's like different to US pool. Here we have red and yellow balls, and the pockets are smaller, so it's actually harder.
Smaller table as well, much smaller table.
Slightly different game. But I used to be pretty good down the pub. But when I moved to Cardiff, there's not many pool tables, so I've kind of lost it a bit. But I used to play down the pub years ago. Me and a mate would go out at lunchtime, and sometimes we'd get to like 8 p.m. and it'd be 21 all. We'd play 40 games of pool. It'd be 21 all, and then you play killer for money. But then you get on a snooker table, which is 8 foot by 4 foot, and you think, I've got this shot, and you just watch everything drift off. First of all,
crazy.
A lot of public tables are shit, and the slates are off and stuff, but even to pot 2 or 3 balls is really difficult on snooker.
Yeah,
it's really difficult because the size of the table and the amount of error is so small, and the pockets
crazy.
are tiny.
But the cloth on snooker tables as well is so much fucking. It's really fucking. It's everything like slate, granite, or something. It's just fucking. You got to be precise.
Ken, thank you very much. We appreciate it. That is much appreciated. Share. Tell all your dirty friends. We're going to grow slowly next year. Move the next. I'm going to keep doing this forever until I die. Thank you so much.
Ken, you stay off drugs, buddy. You stay safe, stay clean, and look after yourself, look after the wife, enjoy the dogs. I like the pictures of you and your dogs. They're fantastic.
I think he's already gone. Keep
it going.
Motherfucker. It's nice to have a little audience tonight. It's sort of a reverse Mind Dog, right?
Yeah.
So here's what we need to do. We need to get a couple of those other weirdos from the Mind Dog chat over there.
Your Chris's and your Chads and the lads and the bads and the
the Chad Hansons and the rest of it. Get it on.
We mumble and stumble when we talk and we rock, but it'd be good to have some like I am definitely 110% in. I'm doing my own podcast. I'm going to go with it. I'm seriously thinking about the name Lipstick on a Pig. I'm just going to go for it. Fuck it. Lipstick on a Pig podcast. What do you think of that? Doing
It's
it.
just Google it, but I'm sure no one else has got it because it's pretty good.
I like it.
Just Google it and check, right? I'm sure no one else has got it, but just check anyway, and then go for it.
Yeah.
What I reckon, what you could do, like we could think of like an interesting little graphic that we could make, but also
Yeah.
there's plenty of resources out there that are cheap, and you could probably get a graphic artist to do something for next to nothing, like a tenner.
Yeah.
On a couple of these sites like Fiverr or Upwork or something. So that's what I'm going to do with this for the next one, because I like making little graphics, and actually for all of my podcasts I've always made my own little graphics.
Yeah.
But you know what? There are plenty. Some look so much better, and the other thing is an intro. Like, not at first, but I think I'm going to pay like a video editor to make an intro,
Yeah.
like a video, 20-second graphic. I've seen some stuff in the UFO world that people are getting intros, and they look professional. They look like TV quality.
Yeah.
And
Good
music
shit, like,
and stuff, and like something that's consistent. So you have that every time. Because the podcasts I listen to, like Real Ass Podcast stuff, and Gomez, they got their music, and it's like yes,
that's what you need.
you
Yeah.
know, it's like it's the same thing every time, and then you just start the show. So
I got a good idea for like my intro is to have like my I got a friend who's done my tattoo. He's a tattoo artist, so he can do some good visual stuff, right? You naturally got to pay, but whatever. My brother-in-law is he's a great guitarist. Okay, so I want that clip I put up from Willow. You're all pigs. Have that going into some really like original piece of like fucking mental song, and then just like fade into like the podcast. It'd be fucking great, but with some backdrop of just some dirty whole pig with lipstick on.
the only thing you got to be careful of is copyright, right? So you can get sample. You can
sample.
Like, Santino uses a bit from Back to the Future 3. It's like, you know, you want whiskey in here from Paul Whiskey or whatever. And there's all these samples. So you can get away with that, but you just got to be careful. And then there's got to be an original thing.
Yeah.
But there are plenty of music. I know some guitarists and stuff. There are plenty of musicians out there that will make you like a quick track for nothing. I might, for a couple of mine, I might get my Brazilian mate, because he's in a load of bands. And I might get him to go, look, give us 3 lots of 30-second music. By the way, I'll give you some money, and the conversion to Brazil is pretty good. So if I give him 20 quid, it's like 100 quid. And I'll buy you beer and stuff, and then just get him to produce like 3 or 4 tracks that I can use for different stuff. Explain roughly what you want. Just get for this, you get a bit of like guitar, like some drums.
Just something fucking cheap and cheerful to start, because it hasn't got to be.
Nah, just a little thing to go in, and you fade it out, you start a show, blah blah blah. Because this StreamYard's really cool for that, because you can play videos off the bat, so you can go live straight onto a video that's like a pre-produced intro, music, whatnot, and then start. So that I want to start, because I've always like thought, oh yeah, we'll do that later, do this later. But now I'm like, I can do it now. There's not.
Yeah, it doesn't stop me from doing it. Fucking
I haven't always got the spare money, but now right now today, in the next few days, I've got a little bit of spare money before I start allocating it to fucking Christmas and whatever. So it's like I'll spend a bit.
It to Christmas.
That's what I did for the camera last night. I was like, do you know what? It's 80 quid, but fuck it, do it now, because it's annoying me when I see. Not tonight's not too bad, but I've had podcasts while everything's glared out and it's shite.
The camera's fine. It seems to be okay. The only issues I've seen tonight is the glitching from your fantastic Wi-Fi.
It's because I've sorted the lighting a little bit from last time, but I can make it better, and the camera can be better. So I didn't really need the camera, because I was sat there last night. I go, I've got a camera that works. It's all right, but it won't get glared out. If I start getting glared out, this new one shouldn't do that. It should just be like clearer. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting ripped off.
Maybe. Who knows? I tell you, I gotta get one more drink, and then when I done that drink, I gotta get some food in the go. So I'm gonna get another drink, vodka, tonic, and then we're gonna
Woo!
Leather for 20 minutes, and then
sounds good.
Sweet. Good with you?
Yep.
Cool.
You go for it. And I forget there's no one to entertain live now, so I'll just talk to anyone who's watching it back. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, yeah, thank you very much. If you're watching, just press subscribe. Scroll down, press subscribe, innit? Nice. This is what I want this to be. I mean, it started out to be interviews with comics, right? And it will be that as well. There'll be episodes where it's just me chatting with a comic. And maybe we'll get some of us in a room and have a laugh, whatever. But it'll also be this. It'll be hanging out, having a drink, have a drink with us, get involved, get in the chat like you've seen Matt and Ken do tonight. And we'll involve you. We'll chat to you. If you want, you're not going to be naked or be too much of a dick, you can jump on the stream. Whoever you are, I don't give a shit. If you're watching, you're interested, jump on, as far as I'm concerned. Want it to be interactive, not too interactive, maybe, because we are good, aren't we? We're just chatting absolute shit. But no, it's very nice. Thank you if you are watching it. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, because obviously, why would anyone watch me do this? But do scroll down, do subscribe, give us a like, give us a share. And hopefully you see a lot more. I'm going to start promoting this. I just kind of left this to the side. Send it to some friends, you know. But, nah, I think it's funny, so you should get involved. And yeah, now it's getting weird, though, isn't it? Now it is getting weird. Getting weird. I'm going to send a little link to Jeffries. This isn't interesting to you now, because this will go on audio as well. And obviously, I'm just that's what I could do. That's what I could do. Yeah, I did just invite some other comics on, so we'll see what happens. And then that'll be weird, won't it? Because that is always weird. And this message with lots of ha-has. I've been silent on air. I'm actually replying to someone. Don't worry, it's going to get good. I'm just replying to the person. Get a drink. Polish. Mint. Okay, yeah, good. I'll drop a link and we'll see what we're doing. I'm talking to one-sided now.
Drop a link. That's what that guy in LA had in mind when he thought she said drop a link.
So I've just invited I've just invited because normally when I invite like George and Dave, they're doing something else, and actually George tonight is watching my stolen copy of Louis Case. Sorry, instead. But I did just message a comic that I've been doing some gigs for on the South Coast. She is very, very funny. So she just said, yeah, she'd jump on.
Cool.
Anyway, so we should see. Maybe you'll be around when it comes on, maybe not. And then I can overlap, get what I need, which is more alcohol and drinks and things. And
get a fucking drink down your neck.
But then I've got nothing to talk about as well. So maybe I'll just get him on and it'll be funny.
Yeah. Who is that? Did you say George? Yeah.
No. So George is watching Louis C.K.
Yeah, you fizzled out a smidge. I thought you said George. Sorry, I missed.
So Ken just sent me some virtual golf. But the thing is, when you watch a 2D video of it, it doesn't look as good. So when you actually get in it and you're swinging a golf club and you're watching that thing move, that's what's going to be good, right?
Great. I remember when like the Nintendo Wii that wasn't fucking VR at all. But when the Wii came out, you could hold an actual fucking thing and like the motion fucking it was really good. But yeah, being inside a VR fucking headset must be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I've been on one. Like I say, porn's good. I hear porn's really good. Because they will look at you and they're like, it's a different dick you've got, but they will look at you like, Like you're in the room,
They're
and you
doing
can
your
look
thing.
around there. You can just not just see the thing. You can look around and go, oh, "There's a sofa. There's another girl." What's you know what I mean?
Yeah,
A weird jet.
that's all the good
But
stuff.
Google Earth also like there's there's games and stuff. There's
How far ahead into the future is it going to be before they do VR, where you can put yourself inside like any film of your choice?
I
Do you know what I mean?
don't know, but it might not be as long as maybe 20 years. I
So,
don't know. I don't
could
think
be
it'll
like
be
Pulp Fiction, and you put a
in our
VR headset
lifetime.
on, and you just like a bypasser, a spectator, and you're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
In our lifetime, the way they brought 3D back a few years
Yeah.
ago, in our lifetime, maybe when we're 50 or something,
Imagine that.
and then you're in the scene.
Yeah,
right?
you're just there. You didn't do nothing. You're just there as like a spectator. Like,
You're
you're like in Kill Bill, you're one of the crazy 88 or whatever. You're just there, like, what the fuck?
You're sat at the table with De Niro and Pacino.
Yeah,
And
you're just
Heat,
there.
right?
In the heat, you're just in the background.
There's a flip side to that coin.
Yeah.
If I see you coming and I got to put you down.
Yeah. What if you do got me boxed
great
in
scene.
and I have to put you down?
I won't hesitate.
I want it, not for a second. What a fucking hair. Let
No.
me buy you a cup of coffee. Do you know what? That scene is great, right? That scene is phenomenal. But what I love is the build up to that scene is where they track him in the helicopter. And when Pacino gets in the car and he tailgates him, the lights come on and he pulls De Niro over. Where you heading? He's like, let me buy you a cup of coffee. And then he's like, yeah, okay. And De Niro watches him in the mirror, like going back to his car. He's like, okay, I'll fuck you.
What's the line where it's like, is that, never tie yourself to anything you can drop in 5 seconds flat when you feel the heat around the corner.
Yeah.
It's not that voice, but it's like...
Yeah, never tie yourself to anything that you can't walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you can smell the heat coming on the corner.
That's it.
Something like that.
I used to watch it. I used to watch it every year on my birthday.
Yeah.
That used to be my birthday treat would be steak, right? Nice steak, and watch Heat.
And watch Heat. Heat is fucking out.
And I should bring that back into my life.
You should do, Carl. Carl, you need to do it. I watched Heat for the first time in a long time, going back just towards the end of the summer, and wow, do you know what? The film was in 1995. Okay, that film was like 1995. It was made, and it's really
stands up in every way. Stands up in every way. And by the way,
everything about him.
In my Google Earth nuttiness, I've been to look up at the house on stilts up in the hills. You can drive up there. I might even do that in LA. I'll go to Cielo Drive from Manson and I'll go up to that house and look at it. Because the shot of LA with all the twinkling lights behind him, right? Where you look out the window.
Yeah, you just stand with him.
And that's what I love about Bosch as well. Bosch on Amazon is good.
I know of Bosch, but I'm going to watch Bosch. I need to watch Bosch. And I remember
he's an LA detective, but again, he lives on this house in the hills, and it's just these twinkling lights.
Yeah,
right?
I can imagine the fucking scenery is beautiful. See, and this is I'm not gonna just going completely off track, but like for example, the Avengers, the first Avengers film, Avengers Assemble. For its time, it was like, wow, this is fucking great fucking CGI that works. Boom. But look at it now; it's quite piss poor because it's aged poorly for the times we live in now with the advancement of CGI and this, that, the other. You go back to films like Heat, 1995, it's always going to be a fucking timeless classic because it's not reliant on.
Well, also the CGI violence and the violence and the shooting and all that stuff was real. So they got trained by an Israeli special forces guy and
how to hold a gun, how to shoot a gun,
and the SAS guy Andy McNabb.
Yeah.
The British guy. They trained them. So there's pictures of Andy McNabb with De Niro with an M16 and stuff.
How to fucking hold the thing.
But there's the scene where they go into the bank and rob the place. You know, when they check it, they sat down and they're all like spread out.
Don't worry, your money's protected by the federal government. It's fine.
They did that.
They
did that for real. With the actors. So they trained them. I think it was McNabb that trained them. They trained them to go into a bank. They trained them where only the manager knew, right? And they all sat down in different places. They all got different information, and they brought it back. It's different now because it's all digital and behind screens, right? But in the 90s, you could do that, and they trained that to be covert enough to go in, collect intelligence, come out, and get all the details. So the only person that knew was the manager. None of the staff knew. So it's all like they got So they took Kilmer in all the cast, but in disguise, I guess, hats and stuff, and they taught them to go in and get all that like reconnaissance information.
Wow. Yeah.
Like, and even when he's firing the M16 outside, where it all goes wrong, it goes back. He changed the magazine that got shown to the U.S. Marines as a training video. And the thing was, if you can't, you need to change the magazine as fast as Val Kilmer, or you can't go through.
Yeah.
Because he changed it in like 2 seconds or something.
He
It's
does
it was
it.
all like,
yeah. But it's funny, like you say that, but that was it was a similar story to that with the first Terminator film, because originally apparently Arnie was going to be the Kyle Reese character.
Yeah, but that's right. That's right.
But Arnie, when he was like, "Oh, you're going to be the Terminator," they were like, "Oh, you're great, okay." But he said, "Look, if I'm going to do this,
who was going to be the original Terminator? Was it?
I'm not sure. That's a good fucking question, actually. That's a good question.
It's a famous actor.
I know. You could argue the case is a simple fucking role to do, just be act like a robot. But Arnie's point was,
oh no, guess who?
Oh, was it
O.J. Simpson? O.J. Simpson was going to be. He was going to be the Terminator, dude.
Yes, I fucking remember now. Yes,
the man who decapitated his wife was going to be the original Terminator.
The man who killed his wife and his wife's lover. Oh, it would have been great, fucking brilliant. But Arnie said to Cameron, he said, "I need to learn how to change a gun and do this, that, the other." He said, without thinking about it. He was like, "Why?" He said, "Because I'm a robot. My mindset is not, oh fuck, oh shit, how do I change a gun? I need to fuck it." He said, "Because if
I saw that, he needs to do it without looking." It's like magazine out in.
So people laugh and they say, "Oh, his acting skills, blah." But the guy was fucking thinking, like, "I don't know, I'm a robot. I need to fuck it." Yeah. So same process for like the Val Kilmer thing in Heat. It is like it needs to be fucking like boom, boom,
real.
Boom.
And they trained them. The Israeli guy and the SAS guy trained them for real. They all knew how to handle the weapon. And the sound design. Because when you hear shots in a movie, it's like poof, poof, poof. That's
the echoing. It's good. Yeah.
If you've got surround sound speakers and stuff, that sound like it's like oh shit, that's what a gun sounds like.
Heat needs to be watched on. That's the other thing, is that's the beauty of this film as well. Okay, it's like, if you have a modern day super duper deluxe surround system, it holds up sound wise because the bullets going off, you can hear every fucking thing. It's class. It's like watch it like Gladiator. That film fucking holds up massively even now. What the fuck? And the sword fighting, everything is fucking phenomenal about that film.
Do you know what? I need to watch it again because I haven't seen it since. I probably haven't seen Gladiator for 20 years.
Mate, you need to fucking watch it.
No, I've watched it 2 or 3 times, and because Oliver Reed. That's one of the first times because Oliver Reed died, and they got him in CGI, right, and popped him in from his rehearsal.
Yeah. Shadows and dust.
But you wait to what they'll do soon. Because you've seen the more recent Terminators, which have been up and down, but they've done this back de-aging of Arnie and get 1984 Arnie in. That's fine. You listen.
No, go on. No, sorry. I didn't mean to press. I meant to
mute. No. If you need to listen. I was going to say.
No, it's fine. Let me see what she said. She said. I tell you what. I thought she was going to mesh me something serious. Then I knocked it off.
If it's serious, mute it.
What's the name of our deaf female comedian who was on the roast battle?
Oh, wait, I don't want to say her name.
What's the name of our deaf female comedian who was on the roast battle?
Deaf comedian. Oh, wait there. Let me try. Can I put it? Can I translate what she's saying?
What roast? Yeah, the deaf comedian on a roast battle.
What's the name of that deaf comedian?
No. What roast battle was it? Like Comedy Central or something, or UK or?
Fucking. She's not a comedian. She's thinking of one of the Comedy Central roasts.
Fuck.
She's an actress. She's not.
It's not Marlene Maitland. Maitland.
Yeah, Marlene. Yeah.
The roast of Rob Lowe.
Yeah, Marlene Matlin. Something. Yeah, Marlene Matlin. I think it is. Yeah.
From the roast of Rob Lowe, I think.
On the roast, yeah, Marlene Matlin on the roast of Rob Lowe, or no, Marlene Matlin on the roast of Charlie Sheen, I think it was.
Maybe she was on there too. Yeah, she was on Rob Lowe, I think.
Sorry, what was he saying? But films, yeah.
Here's what you should send her. You what?
Yeah.
What?
You what?
Put your finger in my hole.
But I'm a last naked guy, and I'm a podcast, and we're calling them in the bad notes.
Can you give me 3 seconds? Because I need to
Where was you before this though? Sorry,
I can't remember. I just got wipe my ass. Terminator, Arnie.
Yes, Arnie Terminator. He's going to wipe his shit cancer away. Come on, every swipe of your ass takes away a bit of your shit cancer. So kids, please wipe hard, wipe fast. The blood is nothing to be scared of. It's just skin being torn away by the dirty shit fibers of dodgy tissue paper from third world countries made by kids. Never mind. Yes. Carl's going to wipe his shit tank yet again. Because he's a dirty pig. And I'm a pig also. And together we are the King Pig Podcast. Lipstick on a pig. Ugh. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. If Carl doesn't come back because he's died of shit cancer on the toilet, what the fuck we gonna do? Just keep live streaming forever and a fucking day because Carl's dead in the fucking toilet, like Elvis Presley. Only with
Sorry,
I was gonna say Carl's gonna be like the Elvis Presley of comedy, only rather than having an heart attack on the toilet, shit cancer.
I will be found dead in the toilet. Do you know what I'll do? I'll get my first special in like 10 years, and then I'll be found dead in the toilet eating cheeseburgers.
Yeah, that's nothing wrong with that, but just don't die of a heart attack because that's been done so many times. You want to get like
die something else. But it's difficult to know what to die of if you put on loads of weight and eat cheeseburgers in the toilet. It's probably going to be a heart attack.
It is.
What a way to go, though. I mean, I know he must have been sad and everything, Elvis, but also if you're just
a miserable cunt.
If you're just becoming an alcoholic, drug-addled, fat cunt, wouldn't you also be pretty happy most of the time? In terms of like you're getting all those happy chemicals from cheeseburgers and Coke and booze. You're having a great time. Now, underlying all that great time, it's like massive chasms of sadness, right?
Sure. Yeah.
But you're still having like a lot of the time when you're fucked up, you're having a bit of a wild time.
Yeah. I got a butt there as well.
And you're Elvis.
You're Elvis, yeah. You are Elvis. But can you imagine, here's another but, okay? But imagine being him thinking, wow, I was older than the wife, the woman I married, but I was desperately waiting for her to become of age before I could fuck her. So I wasn't a fucking pedophile. He must be thinking in his brain, well, if I thought that of my wife, do I think that of my own kid? Who knows?
I don't know. Well, yeah, but you know what? You know what? You know what? We've had it before, though. It's not ideal. It's not ideal, but almost
it's not perfect.
Almost everyone of that, not that generation, but for dozens of generations, we're all dicking around with something that's a bit too young.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
It was pretty socially accepted though at the time. So it's
at the time, which is fine. Like I wouldn't try and I wouldn't even attempt to try and cancel Elvis.
I think, by the way, if anyone wants to try and cancel Elvis, good luck.
Good luck with that one.
Good luck. But if you're not canceling Louis C.K. or John Wayne, right?
Yeah.
Just try and get Elvis taken off of like Spotify. No.
Yeah.
No.
It ain't gonna fucking happen. It ain't gonna fucking happen, motherfucker.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
You ain't nothing but a pervert sniffing all the time. But this would be the thing, the hypocrisy of do a survey of all these people who are cancel culture cunts, right? Do a survey. How many of you think, Louis C.K. should be cancelled or Chappelle, ... reasons why? What about Elvis? What about fucking, Joe Perry, not Joe Perry, Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, Led Zeppelin, Rolling. They all fucked young girls. So it's like,
Right, so it's like
you're gonna cancel
and
every single one of them.
and also they're not just these random bad guys. They're like representatives of society as well. So there
Yeah.
are bands that are
They're cultural fucking icons.
not just bands, but regular people who are probably the grandparents of people trying to cancel them today that are fucking 15-year-olds. Now it isn't okay, but historically, by the way, in England especially, it was 12, 13. You're getting married up until about 200 years ago. 12, 13, married, fucked, right?
Yeah,
you start blooming out of there. You're having a baby at 12, 13. That was 5 generations ago. 6 generations. It's not, and it's not good overall as a human as we progress. But that
I would say it's good, but
that's what it was.
That was
and that's
at the time. It was
life expectancy was 50 or whatever. So it's like, yeah, we're all doing stuff. Yeah, it wasn't good. Now we understand psychology and like abuse and that. But even like Phil is 50s, 60s, 70s, even 80s, it isn't ideal, but it happened. No one gave a shit at the time as well, by the way. So if it's any of those people complaining, you can't do it.
Tear down your statues and this, that, the other, because that's what you believe in. But are you gonna like tear up the textbooks for teaching Henry VIII because he was a horrible cunt?
And it isn't a defense of it. It's not. It's not. Cool,
it's not a defense whatsoever. But
and you're not going to get away with it on a widespread thing now.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
But you are going to get people like Leo that will be 60 and still dating 23-year-olds.
Yeah.
And occasionally there'll be an attempt to tack him on to like a Weinstein or whatever. But if you are 22, 23, I know we kind of didn't know what we're doing when we're 23. I know you don't until you're like, you never do, right? When you're 25, 30, 35, nope. You always think you did, but you didn't. When you look back, you always think, I was a bit naive there. But if you're a 25-year-old adult and you're sucking a dick, guess what? That's on you. That's on you. 25?
It's on you, and you're going to be covered in goo.
And by the way, are we taken away from the fact that no one has been in the situation that Tiger Woods or Leo DiCaprio has been in? Wherever you go, there are busloads of like just random girls saying, let me suck your dick. Let me suck your dick. And no one has been in that situation where you can get everything fulfilled immediately.
No.
So it's like,
I agree. I completely agree.
So, it's not ideal, but it happens. People get starstruck today. A lot of these people complaining, let's face it, a lot of women now, if they saw a really famous person, if Jason Momoa walked into their restaurant, guess what? Yeah. They're going to be dripping and they're going to be texting their friends. And if he gave even a hint, that he was interested, guess what?
Yes. They would be gobbling the gabagool down there like no one's business.
If Harvey Weinstein would look like Brad Pitt,
yes, yeah,
would he be in as much trouble?
Nobody.
I don't know.
Nah, I don't know.
But I sucked a great dick to get the role in fucking Pulp Fiction or whatever.
Yeah, Pulp Fingering. Is it the B movie?
I don't know. It's difficult, and obviously there are abusive people, and that's not okay. But there's a whole area in between where sometimes the people from down here are predatory because they're looking for rich, powerful people, right?
Yes.
To try and get I don't know. I'm not an expert on it, but we always get onto this. We always get something controversial around 2 minutes 37 seconds in.
I know. We always do. At a time where I've got a few minutes left to go before I got to go cook some food. It's like maybe it's for the best. Who knows?
Maybe it is for the best. I might have to I did send another comic a link, and I might have to end this and restart one if they want to come on, because I don't want to sit here for 45 minutes on my own just drinking and bleeding out my ass. So
on your lonesome, yeah. Just next time we'll try and arrange it. We'll get another comic on soon. What if we do another one?
I've been meaning to arrange it, but today was unplanned. We were just chatting, fucking around. I was like, do you know what? It's coming up to Christmas. Why don't we just get a pod on?
Just get a pod on. Just go for it. Running free. We got two high-profile fucking figures. We got a best-selling author, and we got a fucking the dog
And I think this has been quite a good one as well.
podcast extraordinaire.
We haven't let go too crazy. I think it's been entertaining.
Yeah, it's been good.
And yeah, nice. It's nearly. I can't believe it's nearly. Do you know what? I still think December is 3 months away, and it's the 20th, and Christmas
Yeah.
is next Saturday.
Christmas is nigh. It's upon us.
What do you know? What I was going to get last year. I got a little tree like this big, and then this year I was going to get some tinsel for this and a bigger tree, but
Yeah.
I'm going away Wednesday. It's like there's no point. I'm not going to have anything Christmassy in here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Fuck it. Just get a cacti. Get a cactus and just fucking put a. I don't know.
well, maybe tomorrow I'll get
star on top.
maybe tomorrow I'll cook a bowl of pigs in blankets or something. And
Oh, there we go.
eat them.
Pigs in
It's like-
blankets. There we go.
And at some point this week, I've got to watch National Lampoon.
Yes. Needs to be watched. Phenomenal film. Great film.
It can't be better. Obviously, Scrooged.
Scrooged. What are you doing for New Year's? What's your plans? Because I think Keeney's
No
working
plan.
anyway. I got bits and pieces. I had nothing plans at all. Should we do a
No.
should we do a New Year's podcast?
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Shall we
I
do a
mean-
New Year's podcast? Just invite a fucking shit ton of people on. Just bleh.
Here is plans are reforming. So, yeah, we
Yeah.
could do something crazy. Yeah.
We could do.
I mean-
just do an extreme podcast, and it could just be like, yeah, get a few people on. People just come and go. Just whatever. Be fun.
Yeah. All right, we'll figure something out.
figure it
I don't know if anything's going on. I might. Yeah, I'll figure it out. If I'm here or if I'm whatever around, I will be up for that. Yeah, I've got no plans. It could be interesting. I want to do stuff like that. I want to do more stuff. I want to do stuff like events where we get like 30 comics on and we just rotate.
Yeah, we could probably
two,
get the
uh,
dog
two
on
in,
as
two
well.
out.
Maybe
Ah,
we
the
try
dog's
get
coming
fucking get a few fucking heads on. Yeah. The New Year's podcast.
The dog is coming on at some point. We'll get the dog on here.
We'll get the dog on. It's
And
a
then we'll say,
dog eat dog
"Hey."
world.
We'll go, "Hey Doug, what do you like Rogan, bro?"
Yeah. What did Rogan do to you when he was sleeping? Huh?
Hey Percy, is he a more successful bald man? Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking- you
He'll
got a
never
bigger
watch-
roid head than
You'll
you.
never watch 2 hours 41 in. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, you might do because I think he's a bit of a conspiracy nut. You might watch it just to fucking figure out what we are
Yeah,
saying.
he's he is what he hates. No, we love Matt Napo. We love. I only call it. It's weird calling him Matt. I like calling him the dog because
Yeah, we
the only
don't call when we message each other. We'd say, "Oh, the dog's on." I say, "Yeah, well, listen, the dog." We don't
the
call him
only
Matt.
reason I called him Matt today because he comes up as Matt on the comments. So I was like, "Oh, Matt."
Yeah,
But yeah, it's like the dog.
the dog is on.
Do you remember?
Yeah, we always refer to him as the dog, don't we? When you say, "Oh, you'll message me, all the dog's on now, coffee." I'm like, "Yeah, coffee with the dog. I'll watch it, and I'll message you on the coffee with the dog's on." It's the
Do you
dog.
remember Dog the Bounty Hunter?
Yeah.
What was the song? When fear and darkness all around you.
Not sure. I only caught bits of the episodes. I never watched it through thoroughly. Never knew the fucking soundtrack. But
Well, do you know
gotta
what?
speed up the dog.
We're not. I tell you what, we're not monetized anyway, so we can't ever get a strike with this. Let's just fucking play the intro.
Play,
South Park. Oh shit! Do you know I've accidentally pressed play on the YouTube stream as well? So hang on, it's fine. Oh yeah,
Fuck
here we go.
yeah.
Theme song intro. So I used to watch the dog obsessively back at Dog the Bounty Hunter back in the day. Try and get that on if my 14K modem holds up.
Yeah.
So now I've got to share with sound. Oh. It's crazy when you see this. When you see how crazy this intro is.
Dog the bounty hunter.
Oh no, that was on Zoom. You had to do that.
With
wasn't it?
his bleach blonde hair.
Okay, here we go. Let me know if you can hear it or not.
Okay. No.
Yeah, no.
No sound. Nope.
Oh my god, this is terrible. We'll try it one more time. Stop screen. Because there used to be an option to share sound, and I didn't have that. Okay.
Jamie, pull this up, please.
Oh, I'm not following these steps. What are you talking about?
Alexa,
Okay, let's go.
play Dog the Bounty Hunter intro.
Oh yeah, do that. Play it into the mic.
Yeah, she won't play the bitch.
All right, I tell you what. This is what we'll do. Because I can't. Because this used to have a
got it.
simpler interface.
Hang on.
Hold it into the mic.
Ready?
But you got to watch it. You got to watch it as well. Because I know what it looks like.
Okay. Looks slutty.
Hold the speakers to the mic, and then you watch it.
Let me just get rid of these ads.
So here we go.
No?
3 days before the wedding.
No, that's
days
just like.
before-
Okay,
Yeah.
let me send you. Let me do this. This is now awkward for anyone listening, but who gives a shit? Because that's what we are. Awkward. Awkward.
Dog the
We're
Bounty
gonna
Hunter
send.
theme song.
We are gonna play Dog the Bounty Hunter theme song against all
Yeah, here you
copyright
go.
laws.
Yeah, here you
Yes, yes.
go. Oh, it's the Osborne, yeah. Nice. Well over the top. Yeah, it's Ozzy Osbourne, yeah.
I'm the dog, the big big dog.
A bounty hunter.
South Park did a big thing where Cartman was the hall monitor, and it's like the hallway monitor.
As it goes. Yeah.
Is a big responsibility. Okay? It is important that you take the job
Got the young girl with tits.
and that you don't abuse the power.
Nice. Epic.
How classic! How classic is that? I've got to catch up with some South Park actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch up with South Park.
All good, all
Need
good,
to
all
catch
lovely.
up with that one. God.
God, we got to the dark times. Why are we singing?
2:46.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I could stay for like another hour, but I gotta cook the keyword, get some grub.
Here's a Bart, a big bay Bart from the Ukraine. Hey, Jane Binney, Putin
Jane
is weak.
Binney.
Putin is weak. I'm coming for him.
Vast dog tech.
I'll get poloniumed next week. Like
Hope so.
Novichok.
Like what's his name? The guy who got fucking stabbed in London with the umbrella thing, Lachinskov, whatever.
That was no, that was Litvinenko.
Litvinenko, that's him, yeah.
That was with the polonium, and then Novichok was
Salisbury.
Yeah. So I went just before COVID. I think I got COVID in Salisbury because I went on a Novichok tour, and I went to his house.
Okay.
I went to the pizza. I went to all the places where they got a poison just for a laugh. Got the train home, and then I felt really sick, and that was in March. I think I got COVID on a Novichok tour.
Nice. Ironically, fuck me, the good times. Novichok outside an Italian restaurant. Good times though.
Outside Italian restaurant, there was Pizza Express. There was the Sainsbury's. There was a pub which I went into as well. There was the park bench where someone randomly died and a policeman got sick, or a police officer got sick.
Hope so.
We hope so. Hope so. It's descended, isn't it? It has descended. And
send it over.
the thing is, guess what I did? I sent a link to another comic. Go, come on, and they might not, and then they might in like half an hour when I'll be too drunk or asleep, and then they'll go,
Yeah.
and I'll go, all right, I'll start another one then. We'll do another one.
Yeah, fucking kids.
Maybe 10
Maybe
o'clock.
what we should do in the future is maybe start drinking 2 hours in advance and then jump on and go for it. Who gives a fuck?
Here's the problem though. Today I started drinking half an hour in advance, and I'm already pretty pissed. So honestly, if I start drinking 2 hours in advance, by the time we get on, yeah, it might be funnier to start with, but I think it will descend sooner. I think an hour in, it will start getting like, fuck it.
Yeah. Well, let's plan a fucking New Year's one, a New Year's Eve one, or some shit. We'll just fucking lay it out.
New Year's Eve gets an exception because we just get fucked up.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can do a New Year's Eve one. Be fucking great. Happy days.
It would. It'd be good
I'm up with that.
Yeah.
That'd be a good blast.
See what's going on within the community. See if we can get something interesting happening. If anyone, but you know, people are probably having illegal parties and stuff. Well,
I reckon we get stand up on as well. Oh, he's doing a New Year's gig in Las Vegas. He's doing.
Hopefully, because they might be on a shutdown out there as well. But Vegas will probably be all right. Oh, is he doing it at his old venue? Or?
Yeah, Vegas. He's doing it again. He did it last year before. I think he did it. Same one there, but dog's barking like a cunt. What the fuck you barking at for, boy? Those swine. But yeah, I gotta cut and leave, my boy.
Okay.
This has been a blast, though.
I'll end this one because if you see another stream pop up tonight, it's because I've started a new one at 11:30.
Yeah, but time I cook food, and yeah, it might be a case of you chucking on the street. I might think, yeah, you know what? She's home. She's been fed. You know, I gotta cook for her. I might just jump on. Who knows?
There'll be an open link. So yeah, whatever. I'll resend links. So we'll see what happens. I've re-inquired with this person, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, let's end this one then. It's been a lovely episode.
If you do another podcast tonight, though, with anyone, send me the link either way, and I'll fucking click on it if I can. And sweet.
I'll send the YouTube and the StreamYard. We'll figure it out. All right. Well, it's been lovely. We've had interaction from Ken Harris and Mr. McNapo tonight. And if we just click on this random comment of the anal type, absolutely at all times. And we'll see what happens. All right. Thank you very much. Listen to this. Friends on that stream, subscribe, follow us on Twitter. I don't think I've got the right banners here, but it's Jamie Dykes, Carl Mann. You'll find us, you'll see us. I'll put the links in the description. And no one's watching this far in anyway, so go fuck yourself, all right, pussy?
Pigs.
See you later. Let's end the broadcast. Goodbye, Bungle. Oh, goodbye, Zippy. Oh, George. Why don't I knock your blocks over, you fucking queer? All right, don't say that. See you later.
Please, Jeffrey. Oh,
I can see a rainbow. All right, let's end the